toast. So, last session, you guys managed to get Llewellyn back from sticky situation. You've traded the forged scrolls, which were so exquisitely wrote by Eirina here, and they've almost as good as the real thing itself. They detail the life of Ladorvu, his moments of enlightenment and revelation, and they seem to check out. Afterwards, they were happy to finally hand over your scrolls, Kashan, for the first time since the Weep arc. You have your scrolls back in your possession, every last one of them, and there's a sense of relief, completion, and just peace for the most part, because you've been stressed about getting these back for the longest time. And, well, it's like you finally maybe got time to sit down and reread them, or perhaps start following one. But either way, the most important part after all of this has gone down is you finally have the Star Sapphire. You may yet be able to put a hold on the attack of the Blue Dragons. And who's got that at the moment? I think without being handed back to you, Carius, yeah?
No, I want to say it's in one of the bags, in Llewellyn's bag of holding, or Sean has it, one of those two. It hasn't been given to me yet.
I probably would have had it, and I probably would have given it to Carius because obviously it's the thing that holds.
So Eris has the Star Sapphire.
Got it.
Yeah.
It blends in with my skin, so if anyone tries to steal it, they may accidentally steal a piece of my skin instead.
The last
both
thing,
blue.
the last thing that we would ever want is the Star Sapphire to be in this bag, and then the bag gets torn.
Yeah,
True.
don't want that.
That is
I don't want to go. But we do have a way for one person to go to the Astral Sea, and to be honest, at that point, if the bag's torn whilst we're also in the Astral Sea, so.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, because when the bag tears, it's black hole into Astral Sea.
I thought that was
continuing the recap. So we also got back to the material plane. Chad finally cast the gate spell. You went back into the casino. You've been relaxing, drinking, and just having a load off after your very tiring jaunt through the elemental plane of fire. And of course, one last thing is you let loose Fernice, freeing her, but not before she stoked flames, so to speak, between Eirina and Candlewick. But yeah, that's kind of where we left off. You guys are in the arena. I mean, perhaps going to the arena, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll start with Chad and Andy actually, because I know that was something we were about to go to last time, and we kind of stopped because we were
I'm kind of reading at the moment, so I'm trying to prepare for later. So if you don't mind skipping that for now.
Okay, all right. We'll go back to you then, Carius.
Yeah, so I just told Eirina and Kashan about what Chad's agreed to. Then Chad went off to talk to Andy. Eirina, I think, stormed off because I'd sort of agreed to this on her behalf.
Yeah, she threw a stool at you and then walked out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just look at Kashan and the remnants of Candlewick, as there's an arrow pointing to them. I don't know if he went with you or not. I'm just like
he did like sassy click and went with.
Yeah. So
hey, don't look at me. You got yourself into this.
Well, you wanted to fight in the arena, perhaps even more than I did.
Yeah, but that was before I knew it was going to be a 5-on-5 and we had to have a group.
Yes, but now we get to work together, we get to beat people up, we get to see what Uriun can do, and, you know.
Oh, Uriun is joining us?
Yeah, because Andy was really against the idea of, because, you know, the whole fame sort of deal and everything, so I asked Uriun
if I can do now that you've got Star Sapphire back.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so it'll be a 5-on-5. We'll have Urion using whatever form he's using. I suggested something with like healing capabilities.
So, what exactly do we know about opponents in general?
Well, so I mean, one of them's Whirl. He can seemingly walk through walls.
Yes, that's going to be an interesting one to deal with.
Yeah, we've got a Earth Genasi who is famed for hitting really hard and having a big weapon. Got Water Genasi who can do stuff. I can't remember what was said about
them.
Yeah, the Water Genasi don't know much about, and then I want to say the Fire Genasi came across based on the description potentially as a wildfire druid.
I've never heard of that.
What was the description of the fire one? Because I know I got a description of all of them apart from the earth one. I was just told it hits things.
You know, I can't remember the words I used exactly to describe them, but if you have that impression, then
the
description I gave is probably
the two things that pop into my head are either that they were wildfire or the stars. I remember there definitely being one, and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a druid, and I definitely know what subclass it is, but I can't remember what you said.
Well, I'll work backwards from the theory that you have, giving your description that yes, they have a certain belief that nature ain't all just trees and, and animals. That's for sure. They have a fiery disposition towards the natural order of things.
Yeah, I think that was it, because it was sort of like something along the lines of they kind of are nature focused, but also fire focused, which immediately was like wildfire druid. And I think I know what Whirl is, but I'm not sure.
He's watching you now on the other side of the table.
Yeah, I just sort of look over to Whirl and give him a nod.
I'll turn around and give a big old wave.
He raises a glass.
Careful, that might be offensive. He's an air genasi and waves are water based.
Is that really how that works?
No, Carrots is just messing with you.
Am I the racist one?
Alright, but what
yeah.
day is it?
And then the last one's a halfling.
I know why you're a little bit injured there, Kishan. You didn't jump into any fire on the way through, did you?
I think
well, we
You
have.
guys were testing out the
That might have been due to testing out the animations.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's heal you back to full then. You should have all been fully rested, apart from maybe just the punch to Llewellyn's head, but that's it.
That does happen a lot.
It does. Alright.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, it doesn't help that you've got a +10 to hit when it comes to hits for stupidity.
You convinced Chad through a series of persuasion rolls that sponsoring 2 sets of adventurers is beneficial because he gets good cred either way. But he at least promotes the fight, promotes the casino, and finally promotes the Llewellyn Hotel.
The 5 Kia starting.
Oh, that's right. 5. So either way, he's basically funding 1,000 gold towards this.
Yeah, and we need to fund the other 1,000 gold between us.
Yes.
Which, I don't know how much you've got, Kashan. I've got 40 gold.
Well, I still have about 200 left over for what was given of that 300.
Okay, so that brings us to like 240, let's say, if we wanted to spend everything. So then Llewellyn spent all his money on gambling, Andy's obviously not taking part, so making them pay would be mean. So
Sorry, very quickly, out of character question. How much is a platinum piece? Is it 10 gold pieces?
yeah. And then of course we've got Yuriun also getting them to.
You realise just how much gold he has.
Fuck.
But
I
yeah.
was like, wow, my gold's looking good. And then I looked over and
Yeah, and then obviously Yuriun is taking part as a favour, so asking him. So, did Eirina come back, or is Irina's token just here?
no, she
No.
gone.
Right. So the only other thing then is to talk to Eirina and see if she kind of got all that money in. I mean, it's an investment for us all, like, because there's quite a big prize money, and we can maybe, if none of us spend all our money, we can maybe put a few bets on ourselves to win, which will then increase our money even more.
How much do we need to muster?
1,000 gold in total.
1,000 gold.
Yeah, it's an expensive thing, but if we win, we get 7,000 gold.
Okay,
So it's a 6 grand profit.
right. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Plus, if say like because I imagine even with sponsorships and stuff, if they're gonna put like odds on, then it's probably going to be like a 2-to-1 chance that the Felidar Sovereigns win because everyone knows they're capable or awesome. Nobody wants to fight them, and we're probably going to have like 100-to-1 odds. So you put a single gold down and we win, we get 100 gold.
Oh, I don't know if you can bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Or well, we can get Andy to bet on us.
Or Chad.
Or,
Chad's
well,
that's the whole
Chad's
reason you played
sponsoring
Chad.
us, so
Yeah.
but we can get Andy to bet on us, and I'm pretty sure
I'm
at
not gonna
some-
go anywhere near that place. I'm sorry.
well, I think here might be where the betting's done, because I kind of spoke to Chad about that, and I think Chad said he basically functioned like a bookies.
That could work. It would be a way of getting free money.
Yeah, I mean he's sponsoring both teams, so yeah, it makes sense that he's the bookie.
Are they taking bets in the Chadsino?
Chester, did I hear bets? Chester at your service. He
Yes,
suddenly flips open a notepad. He's got like
Oh.
bags
Yes,
of gold by his side.
So once we've spoken with Eirina in order to confirm that we have the funding amongst the party, we're obviously going to be taking on the Felidar Sovereigns. So
I see. You know they're undefeated, right?
exactly, which is why we're going to beat them and then really shore up our own. We're planning to use it as a good advertisement for the Kiarstar Hotel, and
I'll have to rewrite a few of my songs if they get defeated.
well, I'm sure the new ones will be even better. I mean, you might not have to change one of the words, because if you used Eirina in your song, then you're going to be using Eirina again.
True. Yes. Good point.
And I mean, I kind of represent water, because Sean kind of represents hitting things really hard.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Regardless, I do believe Chad's just gone off to go shed some light on this battle.
Yeah.
Quite good
So-
at acquiring a crowd.
Yes. So we're hoping, are there any rules on us betting on ourselves?
Yes, you're not really able to bet on yourself.
Right. But a friend of the
Non-participants could bet. They wish.
a non-combatant could. Okay. And just because I'm sure you'll know if you're running these sort of things, what's the odds on us winning?
Well, that is a good question. It does seem as though quite capable, but the Felidars have got this winning streak behind their back. They're not expected to lose. I would have to say, at the very least, 2-1 in favor of the Felidar Sovereign.
So, put a gold down, you get 2 back. So not much fun. But whereas if we bet on ourselves, what we looking like, maybe 10-1 at least, I'd guess. So if we won, we'd get 10 times. Whoever bet on us would get 10 times what they bet. Or technically, I think it's 11 times because I think you get your bet back as well. Gambling's weird.
Oh, right. Hold on. Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, he meant 2-1 if you bet on yourself, right?
Well, 2-1 would mean we have like a almost guarantee of winning. 2-1 is insanely good odds on us winning.
No, it means, what I mean is if you bet on yourself, you'll get 2 gold instead of 1.
Yeah, I know, but from a gambling perspective, like if there was a horse in the Grand National that had 2-1 odds, that's like the best odds you could ever get of winning. Unless you're guaranteed to win because everyone else died. Whereas if it was whereas if it was 100-1, we have a 1 in 100 chance of winning. So if we bet 1 gold, we get
that's 100 gold for every gold you get.
Yeah, which
we're not doing.
No, but I'm just saying, like, champions would normally have 2-1, whereas we'd have probably maybe like 10-1 or something. So for every gold we bet, we'd get 10. I don't know exactly how odds are calculated, particularly in D&D. God knows, but
Either way, just to see you guys, he knows you're pretty damn strong. There's a good chance that you beat them.
Okay, so he's fairly confident in us, so that's why. So
yeah,
shall we say like
he doesn't want to make a massive loss, right? See, so
right. So would we say so they're the champions, so there'd be 2-1, and maybe we're 5-1? That's not a massive loss unless we bet like 10,000 gold and win. I'm just saying. Because otherwise, if they win and you put a gold down, you'd be getting the same as if we win, and that seems odd when they've got champions and streak and stuff.
About odds, I'm just gonna say this: if you bet on yourself and you win, you can have 3 times what you put down.
Okay.
If you bet on the Felidar Sovereigns and they win, you can get half your amount back.
Okay, yep, that makes sense. So we'd get like, yep, that works. So they have, I want to say 1-2 odds, I think is how you classify, and we have 3-1. That's fine, that makes sense.
Whatever that equates to.
Yeah. Essentially, so you bet a gold on them, you get a gold and 5 silver. You bet a gold on us, you get 3 gold.
Yes.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, good.
Right. Just thought I'd get that established. So, Andy, if you want to make some money off of this, feel free to bet either way. I won't take offense if you bet against us.
I mean, it's more of a question. If you asked me nicely to bet money on us, I would have.
Well, I
Instead of saying, Andy, can you do this?
well, I was getting to like that. I was just like, okay, so we can't bet on ourselves, which means if anyone wants to bet, it would have to be Andy. So then I was going to ask you if you wanted to. I just sort of maybe phrased it badly. I tend to talk first, think later. It's a bad habit of mine.
I mean, I'm not really a gambling person because I like to keep my money, but if this is a group effort and not just coming out my pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably going to give, like 10 gold and then...
Basically, you want her to put the bet, you front the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was... Well, I was kind of going to go... I was going to kind of do that, but yeah. And also see if we have any other friendly faces who might want to bet on us. I reckon that...
Opal's got.
Yeah, Opal, potentially, or...
Haven't got any money.
or...
Not on the sheet.
the owner of the monster hunting store. They'd probably bet on us.
El Hatter, yeah, they've currently got a bounty on the moment.
Look at the vizier.
The vizier would bet on us, surely. He wouldn't give us. We wouldn't get anything from it, but I would not put it past him.
It's likely you might have a side bet, but
I wonder, would that bring more? Chester, with this whole arena thing, like obviously one of like it's like a big draw, it's a big crowd thing, and obviously Chad's sponsoring us. So does that mean like he gets a cut of the ticket money?
of course, yes, he's organizing the fight right now.
So the more people and the higher up people that come, the more money he makes, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
He's probably spreading word throughout the city as we speak.
And he knows we're on good terms with the vizier, so the vizier might even turn up, which would be obviously a feather in everyone's caps.
Which is exactly why
Potentially,
Andy
yes.
will not go.
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense. It makes sense. Even in disguise or whatever, it still makes a lot of sense. Actually, out of character, do we want to try to handle that whole thing this session before the arena? Like the whole what we found out about Andy, or do we want to?
Well, that was my plan for Eirina, but you screwed that up. I'm kidding.
There's still time. Well, I was literally gonna say to Andy, I need to go speak to Eirina, but there's something that she might want to discuss with you as well. But I was just checking if that's something we wanted to try and do before I try to push things in that direction.
Yeah, it was something that we planned to do. We were just waiting for a moment to do it.
Right. So, Andy, how best to put this? So I need to speak to Eirina, but I think that she has something more important to discuss with you. So if you want to go speak to her, feel free. If not, I'll go. But I feel like
incredibly loaded. I don't know how I feel about that.
okay.
It's alright, I'll go find her.
It was, yeah, Karis, like, I could explain, but I'm bad with words. She's good with words, so.
It's essentially, Irina's mad, I'll let you go talk to her first. She might calm down.
Send the little sister in.
It was also more like if Karis tries to explain this, he's got to say something wrong. He's almost certain of it.
That's fine. She'll go find Eirina.
Yeah. Alright. And
all right, let's skip to that then. Where did you head anyway, Eirina?
Trying to think.
didn't you go to your room in the hotel?
And can Andy track you down?
No, can Andy track you down?
I don't know. Does she know Eirina well enough to know where she might go? Did you go out of the building?
That's dependent on where you're going.
Eirina probably would have gone to find like a public garden or something like that. Or what relates to a public garden here. Probably a rock garden.
Yeah.
Or sand and heated rocks.
Garden.
She wouldn't have gone
No,
back
there's
to begin
these.
then.
Yeah,
She's angry. She's angry.
She
She's not going to go and sit in a building when she's angry.
She needs solitude and.
So angry, go to a place full of flammable objects.
Yeah, we.
Go back to the inn where there's flammable alcohol.
Well, I was thinking go to the hotel where there's a room designed for him. You know, it's your choice.
I would love if we left the casino and just looked at Guidia completely in ruins, burnt down. Just
There are balconies. There are
No,
basically guardian.
Stabbed into a tree.
balcony.
Blame carry us.
Poultry.
Yeah, there are rooftops with foliage. There's palm trees, ferns, and there's balconies filled to the brim with natural gardens. So
probably go
you can head up to one of those.
To go to one that's probably got a water source nearby, just to be safe. But Like, it doesn't have to be a large water source, but it could be like a fountain or
A
something.
little tranquility pool.
No, it's more in case she
Yeah.
gets,
Yeah, she can still dunk her head in it.
that she could put out any fires. Just sticks her head into this public fountain.
All right, so you head to one of these, and Andy, I don't know, how are you going to track her down real quick?
I don't know. She's not a tracker.
No.
The thing being is that she probably wouldn't think that Eirina would go to a garden. That's probably the last place she'd think she'd go. She'd probably think, oh, this is Eirina. She wants to come down and cool off somewhere
You could ask
where
the
she could
guards or something.
read or blow things up or
Suddenly hear this loud explosion. There she is!
there she is. Because yeah, I mean
You
she's
could
no
ask the
tracker.
bouncers
I know
where
that for a
look
fact.
like.
So
Yeah, but like, how would she have found like
she's got good survival
her
skills.
mark, or looking for her dad, or finding smolder in the city, that sort of thing? She was always very, very small, having to find someone in a crowd.
I mean, probably things like that. When it came to
Yeah.
Smolder or her dad, they
Thieves can't.
probably left marks on the wall, like, a bit like thieves can't. But Eirina wouldn't know to do that.
Well, she wouldn't have.
So, and because it's a busy city, it's not like she could follow footprints either, because they're going to get walked over constantly. The scent of burning in the air? I don't know.
Snake
Well,
charmer.
the bouncers
See-
see you.
No, she's not going to play music.
The
out in
bouncers see you
public.
looking around.
I honestly don't know how she's going to try and track her if she's gone far away.
The bouncers see you looking around, and they approach, and they kind of say, "You're looking for your friend?"
Yeah, the one with the very long dark hair like mine. Lot taller though. In the
She
tiny...
stormed off that way.
Thank you.
Okay. It's not long before you do find her. So it's not something mechanically we have to worry about. I was just wondering for flavor. But yes, you do finally catch up to them after crisscrossing through several areas. It looks like Candlewick left a small scent of smoke in the air, and you kind of track that down with your nose. And eventually you find Irina sort of in the midst of this garden balcony, perhaps staring into the pool of water.
Oh, what the little lady did back there.
Can you blame me?
No, not really.
I mean, if it had been you that they'd put up into the fight without your permission,
Oh, I probably would have done more than throwing a chair at them.
you go.
But are you okay?
I'll get through it, I guess. Always do.
You know, if you really don't want to do it, you don't have to.
It's the deal is done. And I was taught not to go back on deals. You don't do it. So I guess I'm fighting. That could be fun though, especially if this Eirina does know me.
Well, can only hope for your sake she doesn't.
She didn't seem to recognize me before when I saw her, but she seemed itching for a fight.
Some people are. They just always want to fight.
Yeah, I don't quite fancy fighting another librarian though.
No,
I've done that before. It never ends well.
but I suppose the sooner it's done, the sooner it's over.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it any less humiliating for me though. Suppose they need the money to finish the entry fee too. get it done, I guess. There's no point in fighting it. Anyway, so before all this sort of occurred, there's something that really we need to talk about. I guess without the others here, it's probably the best time.
Arius did mention something, but he said he probably wouldn't be able to word it well.
No. So you remember when we were in the Five Genesi place,
Yes.
and Opal showed you that vision
Yes.
of the teardrops.
That is still very vivid in my mind. So
Okay.
yes.
See, here's the thing. When I went to go and see the Vizier, I subtly asked a few questions about this wanted poster.
Mm-hmm.
And the story that he told was very similar to that vision.
Okay.
Now, he couldn't say much because it's top secret. Even he doesn't know specifics, I don't think. I don't know. But your mother, we know she stole something from the palace.
Mm-hmm.
That something was you. Apparently, you were promised to the Sultan for who knows what reason.
What?
And your mother took you away on a boat, which would explain the box.
The box.
That's obviously how she hid you.
Kishan's box, yeah.
Kashan's cat box, yes. And something happened and you got separated. Now, how you ended up back with your dad, I don't know. But this is the information we have. The only person that has answers for you would be the Sultan or the Vizier, but that could also be quite risky.
But it might be the only place to actually get answers.
I mean, there's still Lavellin's offer. We could still go and find what's left of your dad, but there are answers here too, should you want to go looking for them.
I admit that's a little scary, but I mean, seeing as we're here.
I mean, you're obviously valuable if they've spent all this time and your mother is still wanted for it, and there's a reward for like the return of what was stolen and the fact that you were promised in the first place. There's obviously something about you that's very valuable.
She kind of looks a bit, "Ooh, okay." But
Don't go getting big-headed.
no, I won't. I
Your
won't.
tiara won't fit.
In your honest opinion, and you can say you don't know, if I were to go in there to get answers, what is the likelihood I'll be allowed out again?
That I don't know the answer to.
Mm.
I've never personally met the Sultan before. The Vizier Kadir wouldn't want to keep you there because you're a friend of mine, but I don't know if he would put our friendship above his job.
Okay. Is there a chance we can maybe get him to come and meet us in a neutral space rather than going to the palace?
Yes, I believe there might be, but it could be still he'd probably bring like an entourage of guards.
That's true.
Leave it with me.
Okay.
I'll send a letter.
Okay.
That'll make him an offer he cannot refuse.
Excellent.
It'll be
Okay.
fine.
Well, think I'm gonna
Alright,
go
I think with that.
and
Alright.
hide in a corner and try and question my
Just-
existence.
Just think it through. There's no rush. I won't do anything until you give me the say so.
No. But if there's a chance he will come and meet us in a neutral space, I think that might be better than going into the palace.
Okay. We'll see what can be done.
Thank you.
I'm gonna sit out here for a little bit longer. I'm still mad.
She goes and gives Eirina a hug.
Okay. With that, you guys can either choose to make preparations for the fight, or you can choose to help Chad promote the fight. Probably as you're coming out of the casino, you can probably even hear Chad singing the tales of the battle to come in the streets and from the rooftops. And he's just singing his heart out. Let's do him a little quick performance check. Yeah, not bad. Although, bad on the dice. Oh no, it's good on the dice. 26. Jeez. Yep. He is gaining a lot of traction with this. Turns out, probably going to be a big crowd tonight. So, if there isn't any preparations you need to make, let me know now. Llewellyn, you can prepare your spells if you haven't already. Same with Carius.
There are
What were the rules on magic items for it as well?
one.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea to remind everyone. So, Chester kind of lays out some of the rules for you. He says, well, as far as I'm aware, you're allowed one magical item inside the arena. So, whichever it is, make sure it's your one which gives you the best chance of winning, I suppose.
Okay,
And another thing
does candlewick count as my magical item?
is a
then?
magical
'Cause
item.
That's... Well, I'm screwed.
Yep. Because he is what allows you to do the Candlewick bomb. If you don't want to take Candlewick in, then you'll still have your powers, but you will suffer after a long period of time.
No,
For one battle, that might not
I
last long.
literally need to have candle with me at all times. So it means I'm giving up the shield, which sucks.
Yep. Wait till you hear what others have to give up. So pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm just sort of looking. I've either got to give up the thing that gives me a +2 to Constitution.
Yep. Or
And both of my glaives.
yeah, that's the one. To level the playing field, and Chester explains, and is to avoid everyone carrying like 50 healing potions into a battle, where they can just literally chug, chug, chug until the end of time.
Oh, and I've got to give up my ring of protection as well. No. Oh, so much.
Llewellyn, you've already decided, aren't you?
I have.
Yeah. Yep, Llewellyn's leaving his book behind.
I'm also drunk.
Okay. What? So, like, it's early in the day. How are you drunk?
I am sadness day drinking.
And
Andy just
Kashan,
turns
you've
into the
taken
bag lady from Labyrinth. Oh, you love your teddy bear, don't you?
She's just probably sat in the room at the inn, surrounded by all these magic objects. Just like,
She's probably like, ooh.
oh, what does this do?
I'm
She's going through
clearly
everybody's
taking the
stuff.
snuggle beast in with me today. Right. Yeah, that's clearly what I'm taking.
Snuggle Beast. Best beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
What about
just
you,
looking at-
Kashan? You're taking the fairy chalk, aren't you? You're muted.
Or is he taking the boogaloo stick?
Or is
There
it
we
the
go.
displacement cloak?
Yeah.
Or is it the egg?
No,
Or
I'm
the amulet
really.
of health.
Or
Does
the amulet of
arena-
health? Yeah.
Does the arena
I
have
did,
3
but-
weapons to be
yeah.
able to be used?
Hmm?
Does the arena have 3 weapons that can be used? Just like, grab a
Yeah,
weapon
we'll get
from
like
above?
mundane weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, you're attached.
I
Don't,
think
don't
you've
run
already
out.
got.
I don't have I have daggers. That's my light crossbow. They're not
Okay,
very
yeah. In that case, yeah, they have weapons you can use.
Yeah, I was
Enough
thinking
to be-
just grab a mundane glaive.
That's a
Okay.
fair point. For Kashan, like, are you dropping half your health to keep your fairy chalk or whatever?
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
Because the amulet is magical. Oh.
Yeah, the one magical item rule is actually really, really tough.
It's a tough one. It is a tough one.
In
but
that case, I
if-
might actually take the cloak of displacement.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
if I'm losing half my health, then I'd much rather stay in the fight than kind of go all out, I guess.
Right, let me
Well, they're
just.
both defensive items. One gives you
Yeah.
health, one gives you the less chance of being hit.
Yeah.
You're gonna weigh it up.
And I'm just looking at my spell list and deciding, because obviously it's only my cleric spells. I'm just working out which cleric spells would be best to bring.
Yeah. Make all your preparations now.
Yeah.
Create or destroy water is not going to be any
How
use.
much health
Bless
do I
essence.
actually lose? Can somebody work that out?
What was your constitution before you took it? Wasn't
I
it
don't
like
know.
12? Wasn't it like 12 or something?
Yeah, should have made a note of that somewhere.
Well, I can.
It
can
was
go-
low.
Actually,
We could go really far back in.
did just a second, Cam. This might be actually really easy to do.
You're looking on D&D Beyond, aren't you?
No, I'm just thinking if because it's an attunement item, if you just unequip that item, it should just drop your
That
health.
was back on roll 20.
Was it?
Yeah. So we physically changed the stat.
Ah,
Yeah.
I don't know what it was on roll, but I might have it on D&D Beyond.
I'm pretty sure it was like a 12.
Yeah, I'm also on the same
Because it was a,
thinking.
Yeah.
it was like it almost doubled your health when you took it.
I'm pretty sure. So when you take an amulet of health off, you lose 1 health
Per
per
level.
level.
Con mod that it gave you. So in this
See you
case, if it
later.
gave him,
Bye.
it would have
Yeah.
given him plus
Will
3
do.
to con mod, so he would lose 39
times.
health.
I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
he loses. I think he loses 12 because you
Why
start
would-
with max for your first level.
oh yeah. No, you start with max plus 1 con, plus your
Use
plus the
con.
con.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
Right.
he would
Yeah,
lose.
you're right.
He would lose. But if he was on plus 1 con, he's now on plus 4 con. Then it's 3 per level. So
That does sound about right because he was,
39.
I believe, he was on about 50-ish health.
Yep.
And then when he got the amulet, he boosted him to like 90 ahead of the rest of the group because he was like behind us in health. Weirdly.
39.
Jesus, that's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it was worse for Alravan. It was like 50.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I had a -1 to con before.
Okay. It's
Jesus.
39 health. That's how much it gives you. 39.
That's
So if you
not.
take it off, you'll go down to 80, 70.
That's not too bad then, I guess. 39 health.
A lot, but yeah, it's up to you.
Just trying
You
to
go down to
think.
70.
You'd have less health than me.
Yeah,
You
that's
res-
not great.
was it?
Doesn't everyone have
Mm.
less health than you?
I was thinking the exact same.
What
to
do
be
you
honest.
mean? I only have 78.
A lot for a wizard.
Oh, wow, I don't have
Uh,
the
uh,
least.
Does a Genasi count as an elemental? I forget.
Like, what do you all guys have?
I'm on 83, but I've got a magic. Well, I wasn't 8. Actually, did de-equipping my? Oh, I haven't de-equipped my belt. If I de-equip my belt, it brings.
What about Irina? What does Irina have?
109.
How do you have 109?
I made good rolls on my hit dice.
They have plus
Oh.
3 con, so
So do
That's a
I.
lot.
Or do I have +2? Mine's +2.
yeah, plus she has a D8.
I have a
Right,
D8.
you have a D.
It's a D6. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
My belt's not taking any. Yeah, I'll
Or
keep my belt. But
I
yeah.
can
Some more
literally
sec-
just go with my staff.
You could, if you want to be just simple and +2 to hit, +2 damage. It's
you,
up to you. You got an offensive option. You got 2 defensive options.
you've got,
Yeah,
you've got
I would think a
chalk.
fairy talk. Fairy talk is also a very powerful offensive.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I only have 13 chances with that,
What
and
if he
so
pre-chalked his hands?
only lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay, that's
A
not
That's
minute
the
though.
idea. That's what the point is. Yeah, you chalk up, and then you go into combat, and that's it for the rest of that combat. Humanoids have disadvantage against stunning strike.
So you could chalk before you go into the battle, and
Um,
and
No, because
then
it only lasts for a minute.
yeah, that's what I
oh, yeah,
mean.
about that, Chester explains as one last thing. Oh, about buffing and debuffing. When you go through there, they dispel any magical effects on you before you walk in, and once the combat begins, that's when you can start casting spells.
Right, screw it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with.
And you guys wonder why I didn't want to do this.
I'm just gonna go in with my cloak of displacement. Screw
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so
I do chuck. Urian's going in with us, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm.
I'm gonna put
paying
your
him
health
for
to
it.
73 then, Cam.
If things get a little bit hairy, blow on this, and I chuck the Horn of Valhalla.
I'm just gonna take the damage. So what am I down to? 7. Oh, hold on. No, keep me at 118, but I'm just gonna be damaged.
No, you had 112.
Oh,
So
sorry, my bad.
unless Urian is denying the Horn of Valhalla, I'll be chucking that his way.
Jesus,
What?
that's nearly half my health.
In
What
case
on
we,
earth?
in case we need a little bit of extra help.
Okay, just
So-
what, like a panic button?
Maybe.
This goes
Wait.
south. Just blow the horn, right?
Or we could just use it in the
what
middle, or
what color Horn of Valhalla is
it's
it?
silver, so it's 2d4
Oh,
plus
and
2.
you don't need any requirements for that.
No
'Cause I was just
requirements.
about to say, wait a minute, that could
I-
be bad.
I explained to him that it summons allies at 2d4 plus 2
Okay, cool.
in case
So-
we reinforcements.
I'm gonna fix something with my sheet because it's gonna bug me otherwise. I'm gonna delete my belt dwarven kind.
Unless there's
Well,
any
Got my
Let's-
con back to what it should be before I have my belt dwarven.
yeah, unless there's anything else that would benefit your
Mods
use as a
for
archdruid.
second one.
not. Or honestly, it's very hard to get magical items for druids
Yeah,
outside of like staffs. It's not much choice.
I mean, I do have the staff of. I blanked. The staff of
Okay.
Staff of blank.
the staff of tangly insectia swarming insects.
One. Okay.
But
Just
it's very hard to use a staff of swarming insects without it potentially being detrimental to the party.
Just need to take a few hit points off the archdruid. Goodness me. They've got 132 at the moment, which is ridiculous. So I'm gonna say they have about a
that's a shame. That doesn't automatically adjust that. Really? That's sucky.
no, because again, it's probably from roll 20. If
No,
you drag in one,
I did just drag in a new one. It upped the com, but it doesn't do anything to your actual HP.
oh okay.
It's kind of sucky. I thought it would. What can you do? I actually made a note before belt 60.
Just
That doesn't make sense. What belt 63? How would that be before the level up?
No. On You guys, on average, have a lot of HP. Just
Not
want
too
to throw
bad.
that out there.
So,
Just want to throw that out.
so Chester.
Yes, any more questions?
Well, is able to go in and out of terrain, right? Is there a height limit to this arena?
Height?
Like, or is there a limit of how far they can go underground? Is there? I assume the arena, the outside of the arena is the wall, but is there a wall above and below?
No, not really.
So we could take it to the stratosphere. Theoretically.
But one thing to remember, I don't know if this has been mentioned, the arena changes.
Yeah.
So if you're underground and then just suddenly the ground turns to lava.
But also, some of us that can fly, we could literally just go so far out of reach.
Level 13.
But
Yeah.
That's it. I was just wondering, is there like a disqualification for leaving the arena or anything?
No, but you will be leaving your friends behind.
yeah, because who can actually fly now?
Technically.
Yeah, you
I
could
can't.
still cast fly.
Depends on if you can do that funky thing that Andy can do.
Funky thing?
No, I'm no good at playing music.
Now, as
I
in
could-
launch me. Then
Oh,
I
no,
can
no.
fly.
That was sort of my joke. Funky, you know. But yeah. I mean, I could technically teleport people, but that's
That would imagine like we could get rid of some problem people for a while.
yeah.
You know,
I
if we
sort
want
of equip myself buffing and debuffing cleric wise, so I can reduce their saves or increase our saves.
nice. So yeah, if we can get some of the problem ones out of there for at least a few
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah, I think from what I've heard, at least we need to take into account my armor properly, excuse me. 15 plus dex.
Yeah. All of this HP stuff has just made me realize I made a gross miscalculation on.
Is
their
all yeah,
health.
all their health's really low in comparison.
Yeah,
Oh.
they are. Yeah, that was close. All right.
Undefeatable, you say?
Yeah, that would have been dumb. Actually, that one's correct. And I think this one's correct. But yeah, you keeping on. While I
That's
check
better. So it's just, and I wouldn't be wearing my Guardian fine clothes because that'd be silly. Right, I think I'm ready. Do we want to take a break and then go straight into the arena?
Let's do that. That's a good idea. Top up, head in fresh, and we'll do it. And we'll do a little time lapse where basically the whole day is spent organizing it and promoting it. So we'll be right back in a few.
Yep.
Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, and we are back. All right, so the day is spent preparing spells and training, potentially mastering the last little bits of incantations they need to learn, or wrapping up their fists and new wrappings. You've headed to the arena, I'm guessing, at this point, and Chad has spread the word far and wide. Everyone knows that a fight is going down tonight. And yeah, this is, as you approach the arena, it is massive. You head on through the open passageway. You can already hear the crowd, kind of the murmuring crowd, as potentially the MC is picking up their hype, building this atmosphere. And currently, you're in the kind of like stockade, like a training room, locker room. And here you can see that there are actually not just the gladiators you saw last time in Arena, but there are actually sorcerers, wizards, and that kind of folk here. And they approach you and they say, if you need to lock away your belongings, we can help you.
All our
Cast an arcane
belongings are
lock with your own.
Andy. We left all our
Oh,
belongings with Andy.
Yeah, not everyone.
I didn't
He says, exactly. He says, if you need a locker, we can
do.
cast arcane lock with your own designated command word, and no one else will know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. I need my book as close to the arena as possible.
One of the wizards looks to you and says, "You're not taking your book in." Every wizard keeps their book close by their side.
I don't need my book on me to use it.
Well, I will remind you, you're only allowed to take one magical item, but books are fine.
It's fine. I can still use my spells without it.
Very well. Okay. Got them all memorized, I feel.
Pretty much. You know, Master Wizard and all.
Well, I like the confidence. What would your lock like? What would you like your lock to be?
Chella.
Right. Don't say it aloud.
Ah,
I
I
was
did.
gonna message you.
Oh, come on. No one
Yeah,
else.
so
No one else
yeah,
knows
no.
that. I used message to send that to him.
Can you see how many people here? 9 people.
With the message spell, not
Okay.
no chance.
All right.
I like how he
Anyway.
rolled a d20 because that's how many people turned up to watch us fight.
I'm not putting a billion tokens on the map unless you want to play the entire arena with like lag.
No, please.
So
No,
for every one person there, imagine there's another 10.
Okay.
Cool.
So 200 people.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So they're
Yeah.
platinum people.
Platinum. Yeah.
Really?
Each
Anyway,
person.
so
10.
at this point, then the organizers have kind of gone through the rules once again. You're only allowed one magical item, and they cast Identify over you, cast Detect Magic, making sure you've got nothing else on you at this time. And just once more, we'll just go over what weapons and things you have. Kashan, you get this Cloak of Displacement. Yuriun has a Horn of Valhalla. Irina has Candlewick. Velen, you have your Robe of the Archmage, and Carius, what do you do?
I just have my belt of dwarven kind.
Just a belt. In that case, you'll be needing a weapon. And
Yep.
they hand you a selection of different weapon racks.
Yep.
Did I
there are
go with the
finely
cloak in
crafted
the end? I can't remember.
Did you go for the cloak? Or did you go, what did you go with?
Or did you go with your staff?
No, cloak.
Sorry?
Cloak. We're just going cloak. Cloak. Cloak, 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 cloak.
Cloak it is. Alright.
Yeah, Carrot has grabbed the glaive off the rack because he's familiar with them.
Alright. Now, understand this is not a battle to the death. Good sportsmanship is, of course, everything in a fight like this. If someone does go down and they receive more than 2 death saving throws, they will be immediately transported to the edge of the arena where they will be administered healing magic to make sure they are prevented from death. We have healers, sorcerers on the ready, such that if someone needs to be pulled out in a pinch, that's what's going to happen. But do take the courtesy of, you see someone is down and you deliver a single strike, you need not waste your actions trying to pummel them into the dirt. They are considered out. So effectively what that means is if you go to deliver a third a third death saving throw, then you need not worry about it. They basically just transport out. Okay. And lastly, all magical effects will be dispelled upon walking through that gate. Once the countdown hits 0, you are free to cast any spells to buff yourself and prepare. But no magical effects must be active before you walk in through that into the actual arena itself.
How does Find Familiar work in terms of that?
That is a magical effect that will be not active unless you cast it in the fight.
So will our familiars just disappear and we can't bring them back? Are they willing to foot us for the incense we spent? Because that's a dick move.
No.
Unless you're willing.
Well, have you got the 1,000 gold? Chad Near has already provided the first 1,000. Your time to pay up.
I will put in 30 gold because it's all I can afford.
I just throw the rest of the money to them.
Everyone complaining like, oh no, where are we going to get the gold? And someone just goes plop.
I chuck them 1 Chad coin.
All
Usable
right,
at Chad's Casino.
all right.
Advertising.
If you win, you'll have your 7,000 gold. Good luck.
Yep.
Nice.
And one last thing. The audience can be quite inspiring. Make sure to give yourself a grand entrance. And I'll say this. The crowd do not like stale move. That means doing the same action repeatedly, one after another. But if you somehow flare it up, spice it up, I'm sure that they will cheer for you all the more. But the crowd is, and always has been, an influencer in the conflict arena. If they're at your back, then you may just have an edge. Alright. With that said, good luck out there. May the elements be in your favor. They can be fickle things. Alright. At the end of every round, the arena will change. And it's completely random, such as the nature of chaos, of the 4 planes surround us. Alright, get out there. Okay. So, as you're walking down the long hallway, I don't think there's anything left. You're good. You're ready. Yep. Okay. As you walk towards this massive portcullis, you see that there is a magical barrier, some sort of like dome that's potentially there just to prevent people running out into the middle of nowhere. It is set up so that you can position yourselves right before the fight begins, so you at least can have a formation in mind.
Sorry, just before we go into the arena, I just want to clarify that I've given my bag to Andy to take care of because, of course, my child.
You mean I have to babysit too?
You'll be fine.
I mean, you could always think of
child.
it as maybe the egg is babysitting you, but I don't know how that's
But-
any better.
You're great,
Yeah,
Auntie
that's
Andy.
I think there's some bread in my bag somewhere.
Ooh.
You can get a good view if you sit on my glaive. Nice.
Sorry, that was it.
If there's anyone who wants to give a prep talk, like a little huddle, now if you want to do a little team speech.
Do you think I took the right magical item?
Right, so we're going in. I realise I've sort of forced at least one of us into this against their will. I'm again sorry for that, Irina. I'll make
And
it up
make
to you
me pay
somehow.
1,000 gold pieces, not to mention.
Well, to be honest, my intention was to get the agreement with Chad, discuss it with you, and then he goes secure the sponsorship. He kind of preempted me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You've known me long enough. I talk before I think most of the time.
Which is the only reason you're still standing.
Yep. Well, then. No, I'm not gonna say it. But so we're going in. We know we're up against 4 Genasi, each of the elements, and they're undefeated. But to be honest, for the most part, with the exception of Blot and his stupid Staff of Power, so are we. So let's go in and show them what the Kiar stars are made of.
Hoorah!
Okay.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
Start doing sort of like a We Will Rock You but with Kia stuff.
Oh god.
Kia
Is this-
star. Kia.
Kiar star.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So
Get the crowd
is this like as soon as we walk into the arena the battle starts, or is this like as soon as we walk into the arena we can cast stuff to
It's
buff?
still a force field, and he said that there was
Welcome
apparently a
To
countdown.
the arena.
So I can't just instantly cast something as soon as I go for
No.
Right, let's
There's
go.
no force field.
not deadly, just to
It's effectively like an anti-magic plus water force. You can see that there are multiple sorcerers up on the balconies casting and concentrating on these spells. And you can see through the portcullis gate what's happening now. And it seems like Chester is being the announcer. And he pulls up like a large cone and starts shouting into it. And says, "Ah, guests, visitors, and adoring fans, welcome to the Conflux Arena. It is nearly time. Our 2 fearsome combatant teams are ready to duel it out in the conflux, in the elements, the whirling chaos. But before we do a quick advertisement, it says here that the Counter 5-Star Inn is a great hotspot. It's sponsored by Chadney here. And also Raid Shadow Legend. And NordVPN. Alright, with that out of the way, let us introduce our contestants. Alright. On the east side, we have the Felidar Sovereign. Once a powerful wizard of the academy within the capital city of Midra now turned their passions to the notes and music of the bardic colleges. It is the esteemed, the legendary, and the unyielding Eirina Salt. And as she floats in, yes, floats for a moment before it seems like the anti-magic kind of brings that to a halt. You see that she kind of lands on a 3-point landing, and as she picks herself up, she has this violin in her hand. Yes, plays the violin, much like Andy. And she begins strumming her own little theme tune and dancing into the sand pit or the sandy arena, kind of swirling it and kicking it up. And she sounds like she's picking up pace, kind of building up to a crescendo, perhaps introduce the next introduction. And Jester speaks, says, and now, our next contestant. His graceful sword dance cuts through enemies. He is the unseen blade. He is the ghost you do not see coming until it is too late. It is Whoa. And as he comes in through, and there's like a moment of waiting, like where is he? And for a moment it's like, is he here? It's his time, and then suddenly he just starts appearing out of the ground, like lifting himself up. One dagger clenched between his teeth, the other one in his hand as he kind of like himself up out of the ground, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" And, like losing their stuff because the guy just literally pulled himself up, kind of cracks his knuckles, and you see a slight gust of wind kind of billowing his hair, even though it doesn't seem to be present on anyone else. And as he looks around, he sort of adjusts his eye patch and kind of peers around the crowd. There's like a nervous murmur, as if the crowd is worried that he could potentially appear from beneath the stairs and like kidnap or kill someone in the middle of the stands. All right, and the next one. And here is a man who needs no introduction. You just start to hear the sound of earth, kind of like tremors through the ground, even from this side. You start to see like chains rattling. And he says, a man fueled by immense elemental strength. There is nothing that can withstand his blows. It is Crusher. And as he walks in, you just see this huge giant of an earth genasi kind of thumping his way into the arena. Every step leaves like a small crater in his wake. This guy must weigh like at least a ton. And in his hands, he has a gigantic maul. The metal kind of polished and glinting in the sun. Crush it, yeah, it's a milkshake. He's going to turn you into a milkshake. He stands right up to the front and readies himself, kind of crooking his neck. And okay. And next, her soul burns violently of vengeance. It is blaze, fire, fury, and fire. She is freedom incarnate, like the wings of a phoenix. And in fact, you actually see her fly in almost momentarily in like this bird-like form, flapping wings of fire before she appears into a humanoid form. And she is wearing simple kind of leathers. They in her off hand, she's got this wood that kind of reaches the apex and kind of turns into a light flame, similar to kind of like matching her own hair, which is like this fierce red braided all the way down her back. And yeah, she seems to be looking around, waiting for her combatants to appear. And lastly, a man veiled in mystery appears, his purpose shrouded. But some say he's just completely drunk and there is no purpose. I hope he hasn't drunk too much and can stagger his way down the actual aisle, because here he is. He is sloshed. And you do see that there is this monk dressed in blue garbs staggering their way in. I should have given you art for all of these as I was introducing them.
Oh
Where
god,
are
it's
they?
my mother.
So we got a drunken monk.
You do see
we got-
a cleanly shaved head appear into the sunlight, and they kind of like, shielding their eyes. Looks like they may have got a hangover or something, and they kind of stumble a little bit, almost trip into whirl. The whirl kind of like goes almost ethereal, makes them basically fall through them and stumble onto the ground, falling prone. And as they kind of like dust themselves off, you see them steady themselves with a quarterstaff, and then take a swig from a what's it called, a gourd on their side, finding their actual art. Could have done. Oh, here we go. All right. Few characters. Okay, yeah. So here's Crusher, Irina Salt. There's that show player. There's player. Here's Slosh. And they kind of got these kind of wavy tattoos over their head and over their garb. And finally, Whirl. All right. And who will the Felidar Sovereigns be adding to their winning streak this fine evening? We have the Kiastar, who's going in first.
Kashan will go in first.
He is the front man.
Hell yeah. So, at breakneck speed, aka 200 feet, he does a circle within the pit, filling the entire sphere with mist as he sends a couple of strikes, splitting the dust and plumes in sections away as he stands proudly in front.
Roll a quick performance check as you do this.
Hell yeah.
And you hear Chester saying,
I'm bad at performance.
Tabaxi in search of enlightenment.
Oof.
His path led him to mountaintop, to the deepest dungeon, in search for the meaning of life, the meaning of self-discovery. And everyone's like, yeah, right. They're kind of just a little bit. They don't seem to be too sort of.
Why did he
on the whole
not
idea.
sing the song?
Hey, I've just got to do the announcement. Got to make it quick and snappy. All right, who's next?
Chad!
Yes.
Kashan's up,
counting
come on.
He seems to be busy counting coins. Like he's too distracted. All right, who's in next?
Yes, I'll walk in.
Yeah.
I'll stand just behind Kashan. And I'll just spin my hook on its thing and point it at them. And then with my other hand, lift up my eye patch and just stare them dead with my eyeballless socket.
Okay.
That's all I can do because I can't make magical flare, can I?
At least you can until you enter into like the suppression field, which is kind of what happened with the others. Like had this magical effect that got suppressed as soon as they went in. But yeah.
No, this happened there. That's my thing.
Okay. It is the cold necromancer, driven by vengeance for his people in his Lavellan Aran world.
I'm sorry, what?
Everyone's like, ooh, edgy.
I'm like, what? How does he know that?
That's law. All right.
Right. So Carius is gonna
Follow the
basically do booming blade on his weapon, basically slam it onto the floor to create an explosion of sound. As he then will charge in, leap, use the glaive to propel himself over Llewellyn's head and land in front of him.
Nice. Okay. If the love for his family is power, then there is no one stronger.
Do I need to roll a
And,
performance check?
He shouts, Carius stands here.
Go Damn it, performance. I'm good at charisma. I stumble a bit as I land.
Part of me likes to imagine as he leaps over Llewellyn, he lands on my spinning hook and gets a wedge in.
Oh, God.
It wasn't a nat 1, or a nat 1 maybe. I feel like he just stumbled a bit. The weight of the glaive threw him off a bit because it's not his normal glaive and he hasn't got his spare glaive.
I know, exactly. Like, you don't feel familiar with the weighted, like, you got, normally your glaive is set to your specification. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Alright. Who's up next?
Llewellyn's imagining that though.
Eirina next? Or, Yuri?
For you.
I mean,
I'm dying as long as
bearing
possible.
in mind, I don't really know how to play Urian.
He's cocky and
I am-
arrogant.
I know,
He's a druid.
exactly. So my brain just
Right,
kind of
yeah.
goes insta Raven type entrance. So probably swaggers in, does his best bow and stuff, and trying to, you know, yeah, woo the crowd that way. You know, throws a kiss here, wink there, that kind of thing.
Oh, graceful and charismatic. His sultry eyes
Maybe
reveal
not.
a man of strong will. Let's hope even stronger heart. Now, it is Uriun, the magmatic. The magnetic, even.
yeah.
Not
Magmatic.
magmatic, that'd be like lava.
The mathematic.
He looks at it, he's like, whoops, I mispronounced that. Okay, let's have him roll a performance check. Just a
Yeah, I'm
d20,
trying
he
to-
hasn't got any ad-
Yeah, we're
extras
trying
for
to
that.
figure
Really?
out how to open.
The sheet's kind of
Bug it up. Hold on. My
If you just double click Uriun,
Wait, Uriun the magnetic doesn't have any charisma
Ah.
bonus to his.
he does, but not in this form.
Not when he's not druid.
Yep.
Wait, does that actually it actually changes?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Well, he actually apparently pulls the weight of some of you guys. All right, and finally, Eirina, grab your entrance.
Okay.
save the best till last.
No, hardly. She's she's hiding. She's delaying as long as she can. But when she can't, what she's gonna do is, as she approaches, she's gonna literally get Candlewick to fill the entire door frame with just like black smoke, and she's just gonna sort of walk straight through it. She's back in her hobo gear, by the way. She's not in her robes anymore either.
Why did my brain think
Oh,
bad to the
really?
bone?
Ah, you've got Back in Black playing as she comes. through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's gonna do this, you know, she's gonna be angry.
Yep. We'll go with
So,
our
yeah.
Mega Mind entrance.
A lot of
I
smoke.
think I like Ring of Fire.
Oh, you legend.
Full on Mega Mind, yeah.
Thank you.
The only known survivor,
Presentation.
an escapee. The door slams as well behind you. Like the portcullis slams down after you enter.
Sorry, I
And-
thought I muted my mic.
Oh, no, sorry,
No. No, he
not the
didn't.
portcullis. But yeah, as you kind of enter in, the smoke still clearing. You hear your Chester shouting, "The only known survivor, an escapee of the shattered city. What sets them apart from everyone else? What mysteries do they have up their sleeve? A difficult journey lies ahead of her, no doubt. Perhaps she is the key to solving this great calamity. It is Eirina Terrain." and the
Did I
crowd
just
goes wild.
tell everyone my business?
But if anyone's gonna have the key to it, it's probably her. She has a lot of them.
Yeah, there is no way that you can fail this performance check.
Roll a performance check.
Aren't you like the most charismatic?
I have max
Yeah.
charisma, but
I'm almost maxed out charisma. I still suck.
There you go.
24. Wow. Okay. Everyone hearing this, like, what? What? That's impossible. Like, everyone's heard the legends of the Shattered City and how no one returns. It has stirred their heart. It seems as though they're invested. Okay, I'm just doing a quick few rolls for them, and if someone wants to add up all of yours and then divide it by 5, that'd be great.
Sure
Give me a
thing. Oh.
I don't know who's doing it.
can't do math, so it's not me.
16 plus 14 plus 8 plus 4. Divided by 5, is it? Because there's 5?
Yeah. 13.2 is what I get.
Divided by 5. Yeah, 13.2.
Okay.
But I think overall
think
we
you might just beat.
Wait. One second, let's have
by
a look.
quite a bit because one of us got a 20.
Plus
Wow,
10.
they got an average of 8.4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know how, but that's incredible. Okay. The crowd are clearly on the side of the underdog, and they're like, it seems they want to see the Felidars fall. The crowd is finally giving the underdog a chance. Let's see if they can finally bring them down a peg. So everyone, let's.
Chris, I'm just curious. Why is 1d20 R1 equals 1? Like, why is that 1d20 R1?
No idea. No idea. But effectively, you have the crowd's inspiration. So let's have a look here. You can use this anytime, by the way. It's effectively a reroll, one reroll during this round, and at the end of the round, we'll decide who gets inspiration again, based on like a highlight. But it's like a lucky point, so anyone can use it, but it is a group. It is a group lucky.
Oh, okay, so we don't have one each, just a
One
part.
person gets
One,
Part-
one lucky for the whole group. You can decide amongst yourselves when you feel it is best to implement this. But that's when it.
Wait, what was it for? Sorry.
You have one lucky point between the 5 of you, which you can use
Oh,
at
okay.
any time. Okay.
No.
Something.
That's the real fight. This arena isn't the fight. Choosing who
Okay.
uses it.
Please
And-
Fine, I
position
still have
yourselves within.
inspiration.
Please position yourselves within the dome so that you are in whatever formation you feel comfortable. And let's get this on the road.
Like that, yeah.
All right.
Wait, where's the
Uh,
monk? Oh, he's down there.
Actually, no. I'll do that. There. That'll do. That's fine. Whoa, there's a timer.
Countdown, as he said.
All right. Crusher brings up his mace. Looks like he's going to be the first into the fray. Clearly the tank of the group. During this, you also see that what's her name? Fire goes over to Whirl and has a potion in hand ready. Just unstoppers it. There's this kind of golden yellowy liquid. Looks
Oh,
like Eirina
no.
Stock has the violin strung and ready to go. Slosh looks like they're in a sprinting position, like an athlete on the like waiting for the buzzer, and it looks like it's coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin! Everyone, roll initiative.
Hey. Finish. Sorry, what?
We're not on the tracker. There we
Oh,
go.
there
Okay. Oh no, still not on. There we go.
That sounds about right for me.
I'm quite happy with my initiative roll.
Let's
Yeah,
go
Irina with the
24. Oof.
I didn't need to fight anyway. It's okay.
Do you want me to click Yurian for you? Click Yurian for you.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah.
John, you are up first. Oh my god, and you're off the mark before Crusher can get in.
Yeah.
That's going to be incredible. Okay, as soon as that countdown hits, the 2 barriers drop, and you feel magic turn to your forms.
Okay, right. So, let's see how much.
Just
Oh,
out of your
really?
range.
Just out of range. Great.
You could get Crusher. You could get their monk.
Yeah, I might go for their monk actually.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just sprint forward, 2 feet, drop kick to the face. Let's go.
Oh,
Come on, hotbar. Unnatural 20!
oh my god.
Ooh.
Do not forget
Let's
the target.
go. Oh,
Um,
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 16 points damage, and let's start things off with a con save.
On save. Okay. Alright, con save it is.
That is a pass, though.
Ooh.
Second
Alright.
attack.
Go ahead.
This
That is a miss.
And my bonus action unarmed.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Also a miss. So after the first strike, it looks like you sobered them up, or maybe you made them more drunk. It looks like, yeah, in fact, you send them into a concussion. As you clock them around the head, they start staggering and like swaying from side to side. And you think, oh, this is going to be easy. I'll just finish them off with a quick combo. But they're swaying and they're tilting, make your strikes unable to land. It's like their unpredictable movement becomes just a mesmerizing feat in front of you. Yeah, that is your go. Unless anything else.
No, that's everything.
Okay, cool. All right, Crusher. He is going to bonus action rage.
Of course.
He is then going to thump towards you, Kashan. I guess you're the closest, might as well. And as he starts stomping towards you, something else begins to happen. And he's not just raging, but it seems like big chunks of rock begin to sort of explode on him. Not like into a fray of shrapnel, but rather they seem to be like bulking up. Like a rocky carapace is building over him. His head remains probably the same size. The rest of his body is kind of like bulking out. And he starts turning into a large creature.
What?
What the
Yep.
hell is he?
What is he indeed? Seems as though someone is doing something to make it happen. You'll find out in a minute. Okay, actually, I guess I can describe it. There is something of like a jewel or a gem, like right within the middle of his chest. Seems to be pulsing and glowing every time he seems to be getting like an inch or two larger. And as that reaches its kind of crescendo, it lets out a brilliant light. And as you're kind of dazed for a moment, you look up and see he has grown to twice the size and twice the height. And he's going to bring down. Well, he can't do anything more. There's an action. Yep, it's an action to do that. So his bonus action rage action done that.
Lucky. Lucky Kishan.
It's fine, just get
Although
in here. By the way, why
could
have I
just
got a bird here?
Yeah, why is there a
Um,
bird?
Yeah, that bird's been confusing me.
You shouldn't see a bird.
Oh yeah,
I
we
see
do.
a bird.
What?
I can even click on the bird.
Yeah, I can click on the bird. Water crane elemental.
Okay, I know why. 'Cause you've got permission on it. That's why.
Do we?
Yeah, because it's a water elemental. No,
Ah.
you don't. No, you shouldn't.
So future reference, if that comes out, you can conjure that, Jamie.
All right.
I don't know why I had to mention Sun Icon
Just
for a
thinking what
moment.
to do. You know what? We're not going to hold back. Also, he doesn't want to lose his rage because he hasn't been attacked or attacked yet. So he's going to action surge. This is where a few eyebrows probably
Oh.
raised.
A Phytobarian.
Phytobarian, yeah.
He's a Rune Knight barbarian.
No, not quite. He's a fighter barbarian. All right.
Yeah. But...
Anyway, he is going to action surge and start bringing down the hammer. Kashan, this is going to be painful, but we get more.
At disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah, my bad. Okay.
Oh, great.
Let me roll it again. See if it hits. So again, 28 would have been so 19.
19
I'll take the
is
first
my... Oh, no. Hits.
Okay, that's a hit. Okay.
That's rough.
So yeah, that's a powerful blow, cracking down your shoulder. Even with your displacement in effect, it seems as though the hammer is so large now that the blurry motion on the edges of your shoulders don't do much to protect you. It just crushes down, leaving you like squashed for a moment. Also, you do take an extra D4 from being in love, so an extra 1 on top of that. Around 58.
Oh no.
Should have mentioned I was going to be reckless, but doesn't matter now. We'll do a second hit. Yep, with extra attack.
The action surge only gives you 1 extra attack. It
No,
doesn't give you.
usually-
It doesn't give you an attack turn. I remember specifically from Kavar. 100% honest as a fighter.
Yeah, you take 1 additional.
It's like being hasted, I believe. You get an extra attack.
I've always thought you could. Yes, a fighter gets their extra attack when using action surge. Yeah, okay. It does. I don't know why you thought on Kavar. But
Might have been we were thinking of haste because we hasted Kavar quite a bit.
yeah, haste is that. Haste is 1 attack.
Oh,
And
well,
that was cast a lot on you. But it is, you do get 1 extra attack.
Yeah,
So
it
you get
says
2
1
extra attack.
additional action.
Okay,
Oh.
so the second
Okay.
ball. This one's not disadvantaged because you've been hit now. Alright?
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, 20 to hit.
Great.
Correct.
Displacement clue
16
was
points of
probably
bludgeoning.
my biggest mistake.
Okay,
Great.
well, that's him spent on his action surge at the very least. And there is this towering giant above you, landing down boulder after boulder. Feels like you're being hit by a volcano or a mountain every time. Okay, that's going to end this go. At the top of the round, Slosh. Oh my god, he's up next as well. Ishana's in the...
Mhm.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah. I had a plan. You know what? Now we're gonna. So Slosh looks at their gourd for a moment. Begins like drinking and guzzling, and then just grabbing it with both hands until the gourd just starts spewing out water, and more keeps coming. In fact, it enlarges and almost becomes bowl-like shape, and water just seems to be pouring down like a cascade on top of him.
Oh no.
And after a brief moment, the water starts moving, animating of its own accord, swirling
bowl of
around,
command
and then
water
suddenly surging
elemental.
forward. And we're gonna conjure an element.
Yeah.
What?
It starts to
It-
spread wings, wetting the sand all around him. Let's see where the range is on. It is 90 feet. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Here you go. I think Eirina. Yeah. Go Eirina. That's 90 feet, right? Eirina,
Yeah.
right in front of you, the water surges forward, wings spread, your needle-like beak flying straight toward you. Gonna roll it onto an initiative.
Oh no.
It's after Carius. Okay, that's where it's going to end its turn, and it does take an action to do that. So Slosh after that is going to bonus action. Let me just
Monks
I think
don't
we
really
can
have.
bonus action engage. Just looking for it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is.
part-
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's whenever you use Flurry of Blows. Okay. I can't use Flurry of Blows unless I have attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it
So
then.
the
That's
best
turn.
you could bonus action take the dodge action.
That's true. Yeah, that's a better idea. Bonus
Can-
action is going to go into another sway.
Where it takes a key
drinking the
point
pool.
to do so, but yeah.
It
Yeah.
does. They will spend the key, and it is Eirina after that.
Oh no.
Right. Is this thing in the air or is it like within range of me?
No, it's swooshing across the ground, but it does have wings spread. Looks like they're about to slam into you, but it's not flying.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. The first taste of the elements.
Battle can change at any point, which is
Always me because I can't.
I'd think about what magic items to give them. I'm happy to do this one.
bowl of commanding water element. So this is an interesting one.
That's yeah. Maybe we should have got that Androsphinx lung or whatever it is.
Okay. I have to deal with this thing in front of me before I do anything.
Mhm. It is a magically summoned creature, washing and flushing in front of you.
Yep, I know. So the only thing I can do, which is going to waste a spell slot, is where is it? Bonus action, banishing smite,
One?
and give it a couple of whacks. And
Ooh,
hope it works.
Okay. Roll to hit. And you could even get into a flanking position if you wanted. Curious.
So hang on, let me pop that up.
Okay.
So next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, your weapon crackles with force. An extra 5d10 damage to the target. If the attack reduces the target to 50 points or fewer. Well, I should have waited because I don't know how many hit points this thing has. But we're going to do it anyway because I don't know. So I get 2 hits with Candlewick anyway. So here we go. Number 1. Oh, I didn't click on the
That
doobly
is
doo.
a hit.
How do I with control or
Hold down Alt.
oh?
It should be Alt.
So,
There we go.
so both of
Yeah.
those would hit.
They do both hit.
Okay.
And then you can roll 5d10.
Yep.
That's
You-
not real.
You need a space between the R and the 5, I think.
Yeah. You gotta remember I'm
There
brave.
it is.
Oh, you have to bear with me.
Okay. 26 extra damage.
And it gets.
It is a
vision.
decent chunk of damage. However, it doesn't seem like it is enough to. Oh god.
What?
Oh, you know it's HP now.
It gets 2 ignition points.
It is
as
not
well.
enough to banish the creature. It's sorry now.
It gets 2 charge points as well from Candlewick.
Oh yes, of course. Where are my little fiery things? In fact, it's ready to blow. Just needs one more strike. It's strange to see a watery elemental looking like they're almost on fire. They're not actually on fire, but there seems to be smoke trailing from them.
40 points of damage. Jesus.
I mean, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah, but the problem is I wasted a spell slot because I didn't know how much HP this thing had. So I now only have one spell
We like
slot
to
left.
say, we like to say utilize, not waste.
No, I definitely wasted
Anyway.
it because I didn't think it through. It's definitely wasted.
Yeah.
All right,
Then.
it is your turn, Carius.
Right, so I'm going to start things off simple with a shocking grasp on it.
Oh. Ouch. Okay, that looking damage now. At this point, watery form is struggling to keep itself together.
Okay,
One of the wings gonna like burst, and then has to slowly reform.
then... Right. Oh, I'm not on this thing, that's why. Then I'm going to move 30 feet forward, because I've
Oh, it's
removed
gonna
its
try.
reaction.
Oh no, I can't use a reaction.
Yep, that's why shocking grasp.
Good stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
and then... Sorcery points is this. I should know this, I've been using them so much recently in my Thursday game, but it's been a while since I've used them on Karis, so I can't remember if they're different. Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points.
Yep.
Right, now, who is within 90 feet of me? You. Right. Kashan, do you need to get out of there, like, to space things out a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to be casting Scatter on all of their party plus Kashan. Because they're all in range.
Wow.
Scatter. Let's see it in the chat.
Yep.
So we know what we're dealing with.
Let me just untarget
Where are
that.
you in conjunction to that?
Where are you going to scatter them to?
I haven't targeted anyone, but I
Probably
suppose
not. Probably best not to on this occasion. Just tell me
Yeah.
where you want to throw them.
Right, so 2 I want to separate because I've obviously seen Pyre with a potion about to hand it. So I'm gonna
Nice.
so it can be anywhere within 100, any point within 120 feet of me. So I'm gonna try to put Whirl up here.
Okay. So what is it? A wisdom save for everyone. I'm gonna cast. I'll see what Well gets.
Fail.
Nice.
Right, so Whirl get up here.
Clever girl.
Pyre's going to be a tricky one, but I'm going to put Pyre down here. So about as far away, assuming they fail.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
gotta
let's
roll as
roll
well.
wisdom save for them.
Because
Just-
they're a druid, I'm expecting.
That's
Yeah.
that's a nope.
So,
just saying for clarification, there is no limit, so you could teleport them out. Just saying.
right, I'm going to
Sportsmanship.
teleport.
All
Yeah.
sportsmanship.
Will
Yeah,
can get
let's
back though.
teleport Crusher up here.
Oh, let's roll a
Assuming he
wisdom
fails.
save. Natural
Damn,
20. Damn. Crusher is
Okay.
immovable. You try to lift
Right.
him up. The wind doesn't seem to be budging him.
For Sean, who doesn't have to roll a wisdom save because he's willing, I'm going to move... I'll move him to here.
Yeah, let's not have
Agree with it?
Will near the wizard.
Then, you know what, just for the... Do you know, technically this is a portcullis, right? So that's the point I can see.
Again. Try
I
to keep
know.
good sportsmanship. in
no.
there.
No, but I'll just try to move her back a couple of squares.
Okay.
I'm not too fussed.
She fails. You get shoved back up against the portcullis.
I'm still not sure what their dice is doing. What the hell is RD20 R1?
I'm really not sure. I can tell you that.
Or
at the end
or
of
is that RD20 and then it's re-rolling ones automatically?
Um,
Yes, because she's a halfling, it's automatically re-rolling ones because of
that's it,
halfling
yes.
luck.
Halflings, yeah.
Yeah, and then the monk, I'll just put him over here. If he fails, he's unlikely to fail.
The monk, okay. They
What is
17?
my DC? Where's my DC nowadays? I forget. Where is that even shown on these
on your
sheets?
spellbook page.
I think it is a 17. Probably.
Yeah, mine's 17, so they just
Yeah.
make it.
All right.
But either way, I've scattered their party a bit.
You have done a really annoying thing. Yeah, I was about to give
But-
that potion.
Because
Damn,
if that potion is what I think it is, I don't want that on the rogue.
Ooh.
I don't want it on the barbarian either, or the monk, but I especially don't want it on the rogue. Because
Yeah,
zippy teleporting super rogues.
I described it as a yellowy liquid, didn't I?
Yeah, which makes me immediately think haste.
Okay, that's
Kind of annoyed. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't get to move Crusher, because my plan was to move Crusher far enough away that nobody would be able to damage him and he wouldn't be able to do damage, so he'd lose his rage.
He did attack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I'd have to do that in the next turn. But, yep, that's me.
Okay, that's cool. That's a good turn, I'd say. It's definitely made the fight look a lot more dynamic as
Yeah.
sand swirls as your wind picks them up, flies them across
Actually.
the battlefield.
Oh, no, that's a bonus action.
Fire like nearly drops the potion, like what? Like just trying to like see where they went, like huh? What?
And
Wild,
Karis,
like over here.
and Karis will just sort of raise a hand and just go, "This battlefield may be chaotic, but I can cause chaos too."
You ride the chaos.
I am the chaos.
Darius is demonstrating exactly what it means in the complex arena to be the master of elements. Right, Eirina, the watery elemental, surges forward and tries to whelm you. I need you to make. Well, let's see if it. Okay. Nope. Okay, I need you to make a strength saving throw, Eirina, unless it popped up on your screen for you to roll it. There it is. 17 is a pass. How? I don't know, but Irene finds the inner strength to resist being picked up and swirled away. On a failure? Blah, blah, blah.
I like to think that the sort of candle wickiness inside it sort of causes it to like not quite work. Like it's part Eirina, so she's able to control it almost.
Oh, yeah,
Make it
yeah.
fail.
Like holding it back, you can see the wings like trying to spin, and it's having no luck. Irina, you're pushed, but that's about it, I think. So as it tries to enter you're instead pushed back.
I'm ever
Out
so
of it.
dramatic, and I make it look like my hands are like physically holding it.
Nice, go for the.
But
go
on
for
a
the
show.
style. Yeah, that's kind of what Karis is trying to do. He wants to continue. Actually, just a quick thing before we proceed. If we've got the inspiration point, which I just realised I could have used to make one of them re-roll, which might have been good, but I can't do that now because retconning. Then do we get another one if we manage to secure the audience favour? Do they stack?
Yes.
Like we get two
Yes,
for the
they
group? Okay. That's
Okay,
worth
well-
clarifying because you never know.
That's why you've
That's
got to
true,
give
yeah.
it flair.
Okay, alright, wall is up. Unfortunately, that's all I could do with the water elemental. Well, rough. Very rough. I have to think for a moment to
Yep.
reevaluate my strategy now.
I
That
saw
was a
that
big
was a
thing.
major part of your plan, and I'm just like,
It was a
how
big
can I
strat.
screw that up?
It did. I could get over there, but that's a whole
Yeah.
turn wasted if I do. Just didn't feel that really. I mean, Well is the striker of the group, so he's gonna do what Well does. Gonna run 30 feet over to Khan, because you're now the closest target. And it kind of rushes forward, takes like one step, and manages to travel like 2 paces in that time. It's almost like kind of hovers across the ground. You see a bit of dust kind of picking up behind him. As he comes toward you, brandishes 2 sharp, almost serrated-looking daggers, and he's going to make the first attack against. Can't get sneak attack either. You're off.
Yep.
Left. Oh, steady aim.
But then you can't move if you use steady aim, if I remember rightly.
No, that's something else. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at uncanny dodge.
Ah.
All right, is he going to make the first attack? See what he get. Oh shit! Sorry, Eirina. Real good. A 23 to hit. This guy is maxed on dex. He has got a knife in your back. There's 8 points of piercing, but he's not a swashbuckler. So we don't get to add no sneak attack to that. So it's only a small incision in your back. And as he stabs, you can hear this kind of whistling sound behind the back of the blade, almost like wind is kind of shooting it forward.
Oops, my bad. Sorry.
He just shut. Okay, after that, gonna do something a little bit odd. It looks like he has another knife in hand, ready to perhaps go for an offhand, but instead he draws it to himself and stabs into himself, and suddenly you see his form kind of explode into a mist. And we're gonna have him pass through you and into the ground.
Yeah.
Fears.
What?
That's gonna end his go.
So, just to clarify, technically, wouldn't that be moving out of Kashan's threatened space?
Let's have a look.
Because
It
he
would,
has.
but at the
Because
same time,
because
if
he
you
has.
can't see him,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I just
Okay.
clarifying for future for that ability
Yeah,
if
he
he does it
phased
something else.
away like a ghost, and he went into the ground beneath Yuka-chan. That's all you've witnessed. And lastly, this. Don't worry about. One,
You know, you've got a little bit of extra help on there.
1d10. There we go. Playing by the rules, so don't worry. Do that. Going down to Yuriyun. Okay. Had some time to think about what to do, hopefully.
Yes, well, he's actually going to look over at the Venom. He goes, do you remember you mentioned your druid friend? As in Laffy.
Yes.
And he's going to summon 8 elks with a conjure animal.
Yes.
The elk army! And he's going to surround them around Kashan.
Nice.
Oh, for me.
Oh, hell,
Not
the
like
elk
this.
army.
Back for a vengeance.
I mean, what
So
else
they
are you
probably
gonna
have
do?
a bit of Yuri and flair, so they don't look like conventional elks. Probably they've
They're
got,
blue.
blue and yellow on them, so they match him. And
Their antlers are like
majestic
lightning bolts
antlers,
and-
yeah.
Oh yeah, lightning bolt elks would be cool.
So yes, you have a little 8 elks surrounding you.
Kashan's probably like, ah, ah, ah.
Is it like a boss battle where you have to kill the elks to get to the boss?
Oh, yeah.
Not only that,
Right.
like, glowing orbs going around, you're gonna hit the orbs before.
I
they-
have to roll initiative for these, don't I? So
I
Yeah.
think
let me just.
Is that
all 8 of
concentration?
them share an initiative.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's
It
what,
would be easier.
we're gonna do.
yeah. But
We're doing that.
there you go.
I'll go out. Oh, jump up. I rolled all of them.
Is that-
Why
is
did I
that-
do them?
Is that
We're gonna say-
concentration?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that's conjure animals or. Is it
Yeah,
conjure
conjure
animals?
animals.
Great spell.
I mean, that
We're
was
gonna
Laffy's
go-
go-to, so...
Even
Jeez.
down
They're
the
gonna
same
go
field.
right. I'm gonna give you the benefit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the benefit of having them act right now, straight after you.
Excellent.
So they could dodge, they could ready in action, they could aid him, whatever they want to do.
Suppose aiding him would be the best option right now.
Or just being ready to attack anything.
Just
that
being
comes
ready
close.
to attack anything that comes close. Yeah, because of course they've got charge or ram or something if they're running forward.
They're all readying an attack. Oh my god.
They kind of probably
Yeah.
all got their antlers pointed down. They've got their hooves scuffing on the floor. They're literally just ready to
Yeah,
ram
they've
into
got,
them.
like sparks, so it's like a little electric barrier. You know, like those electric fences.
So if anything
like-
comes close,
Yeah.
they'll attack with a ram.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the idea of them pouring the ground and there's like little sparks of electricity just for flavor. I like it.
That would be very deadly if he came back up into space. It's a good job I equipped him with the Devil's Detail eye patch. Allows him to see through the ground, so he doesn't just pop up into death. Yep.
Why does each of them have an item I want so far? Not sure, actually, not sure on the barbarian. Not sure on his item, but
Imagine probably all that static electricity is not going to do Kashan's fur much good.
He just looks
Oh
extra
yeah,
fluffy.
he just looks poofy now. Like
he's so fluffy.
he just turns around.
Does that mean he gives like static
Oh.
shocks when he punches people?
Yes!
Can I have a +1, like just 1 point of thunder damage?
Or lightning damage.
Lightning damage. Yes.
Just for the static sort.
You get one.
Well,
You get
actually, no. What you could say is because obviously your fists are magical, so maybe now that magic has been converted to lightning, and that's why they're magical for this fight.
You
Yeah,
get
that
1
works.
point of lightning damage, but you have to sacrifice 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
That sounds good for me.
Okay. Irina shakes off the scatter spell, rushes forward, and begins playing a fast-paced tune. Let's see what she's got in the tank. Also need to inspire some. Did she get... Yeah, she did get within 60 feet. That's fine. We got this. Okay, she is casting a spell, and you start to see a blue aura surrounding her.
Don't like it. No.
Okay. She then spins around and lets out a really sharp, like almost horror-like
And count spells my counter spell.
and counter spells or counter spell.
But that does mean that I've just used her reaction.
It does. But she
I've
wants
used
to-
mine as well, but still.
And 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay, that's knocked off, and her spell goes through with Arcane Hand. Oh, I don't know why it rolled damage. Probably because it's got an auto.
I was about to
Okay.
say that would suck if it was a force cage or something. Just keep putting
Well,
James in cages.
No,
Every time I get put in cages so often.
Okay. I just need to grab it, which I can't do. Not today, anyway.
Grab
Oh,
it.
that's because it's a roof. No, it's not. What is it? It's right there. Can't grab it.
Mm.
Stuck. I can't. Give me.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. Oh,
Brain tag.
What the?
finally. Okay. The hand appears, grasping at
creepy.
anything in its range. She's gonna have it here. The range on it. Arcane hand is quite far, so we'll have it appear right up against you, Carius. Why not?
Grasping.
And
I think it can
we'll
grasp.
do
Punch.
clenched fist. Yeah, the force damage is pretty nasty. Okay, yeah, it's gonna try and clock you across the face with its clenched fist. I have got a sheet for Arcane Hand now, so I'm just gonna use that and target you.
I got targeted by so many. I've got targeted by every elk there.
No. Okay, that is going to hit you for 19 points of force damage. Just.
Ooh.
Darius
Ooh.
just sort of takes the blow and then just sort of looks and goes, "Really? Can't do your own hitting for you?"
That is my fist. Consider it just an extension of my body.
If your
And,
hands are glowing in purple, you need to see a doctor.
you look towards her and she says, "Oh, but they are." And you look like her hand is like plucking picking the cords out, is like glowing the same kind of color. And as
Oh,
she
I
kind of
kind of
like,
like that flavor.
yeah, she's like playing the tune. It looks like the finger is like matching the same sort of chord. All right, that's gonna end her turn. I think as actually a bonus action, we're gonna inspire someone. Can't really get well from here, so we will inspire Crusher, and she'll say, "Do what you do best." And Crusher, please, I know you can do better than that. Let's show the crowd a real show. Huh. Crusher just nods in acknowledgement and grabs his chest and clenches it for a moment. But yeah, she's going to do Bardic Inspiration and end her turn after that. It is higher turn. Bardic Inspiration? Assume. Alright, Pyre. She's like holding a potion in her hand, like, ah. Alright, all in on you then, Crusher. We're gonna run up to him. Lean down for me. And he does, like, takes a knee, places his maul in the ground, and Pyre is gonna use her action to administer the potion into Crusher. This is gonna be scary. Crusher is now hasted
Yeah,
as a potion of speed is drunk down him.
which also doubles his movement speed.
Doubles his movement. Crusher is now a mean killing machine with Bardic Inspiration. Oh my god, you gotta
That's
stand
why.
down.
That's why I was trying to like separate him as well because
Okay, that's her action though, that's it. I think she can cast a bonus action as well, but okay, what she got? Paired. Yes, you could chuck a healing wound. Yeah, I'm gonna do a healing wound on. That's... Will you sober up already? And she's like, I would. I'd spilled my water over there. he points over towards the water until. All right, that's gonna end her turn. We're down to the bottom, Llewellyn.
So, going to move over to the Elks. If I can move my character. Gonna generate some static. And you'll see like all the rocks and stuff around them, little pebbles and stuff, start to generate static electricity as it shoots up at their heads. Hypnotic static, and I'm hoping this will mean that Eirina doesn't have to use it. I get
Place down
all.
for static.
Yeah. Do. Everything got laggy.
It did a little bit, but there it is. Okay, cool. That is a lot of saves going down, but it looks like
so
only one of them passed. No, two.
Two of
No,
them.
wait.
No, one of them. Only one of them passed. The last one, who rolled a 21.
That would be Eirina.
But it also says Salt fails with a 7.
Because she still took the damage and then failed her saving throw on the concentration
Oh
check.
no, concentration.
Oh, there goes the arcane hand.
Oh no.
Not static, but the hand is gone.
No.
Yeah.
But the other three, they took how much damage was it? 26. and they have minus a d6 for the rest of the
On the
battle.
attack rolls and ability checks, as well as con saves to maintain concentration. Which will certainly help when the barbarian comes and tries to smash me in the face.
Oh man.
Yeah, and
I
then
am.
Oh man.
I'm gonna move behind the elks. I'm hoping the elks will give me cover.
Damn. All right. Bye bye.
They've all got prepared attack. Actually, no, I'll stay where I was.
Wow.
Fine. Yeah, I'll stay where I was.
Okay. So they're all static except for the salt. So
And it's not concentration.
just remind me when it comes to that to minus d6. That's how you'll be your responsibility. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? That's all good. Right.
I don't. Wizards can do bonus actions on anything.
At the bottom of initiative, you look towards the north and it says, "Ah, we have a late arrival. Celebrity guest appearance. The Grand Vizier has turned up. See the action."
Oh
You
boy.
see two guards escort the Vizier in. He takes a seat and gives like a wave and a nod to the crowd. And he pulls his fingers and seems to be already on the edge of his seat watching this battle unfold. And he does seem to be scanning the battlefield, and then he locks eyes, sees Eirina dueling it out with a water elemental.
Excellent. And then carries on.
Okay. And what better timing for the Vizier to show up for when the conflux arena begins to roil. Let us see what the elements have in store. Who wants to have the honor of rolling? I think Kishan, you're up first. You want to roll? This is
Sure.
Okay.
What's
So-
it?
On the rollable tables, if you go to the top tabs, it's one to the right of journal entry.
Oh yeah.
You'll see Maelstrom,
Okay.
and all you have to do is a roll button on that table.
Water.
3. Water. Oh god. Okay.
No!
Oh, this again.
Carrier
You
sort of
guys
just
are
look.
fine.
Yeah, Carrier just sort of is like yes, and then looks back to Eirina and is like shit.
Okay. Water it is.
I could lucky roll it.
Wait. Let the waves
fine.
fill forward.
We could lucky roll that. I don't mind.
That feels a waste of a lucky roll. I mean, to be honest, it might end up being like
For Sam.
I
I
don't
will
think
Yeah.
you can
vote.
roll lucky on a d4.
No, you can't. It's only d20s.
that's not
All
too.
right.
I'm the
Oh.
one member of the party who's not in the water, and I'm the best suited for it.
What?
It looks like it. Yeah, actually. Okay.
Considering
So,
it's not been anyone's turn, can I use the rest of my?
where's your movement? No, yeah, no, no. I'm not using that. Okay, let me just check.
Damn it!
It looks like there's 2 squares in the middle. Slightly off. Oh, have I misplaced?
Okay, now I'm in the water, but I'm good in the water.
Yeah, I think it should be there. That makes sense because then it lines up with the squares. Yeah. How does it?
It mostly does. The bottom bit doesn't, but to be honest, lining things up on any of these when they're pre-gridded is horrible.
It's just I thought I'd done it ahead of time. But the middle looks correct, so I'm going to take it. Alright. With that in place, yeah, Carius, Llewellyn, Kishan, you feel, and Eirina, you feel the water rising up, surging to the heights. You feel like the edges of the wall. Now, like, the staircase is, like, basically where the water meets. And all the fans are like, whoa, 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 like, jumping up steps, making sure that we get into the splash zone. All of this is different terrain. Weapons that are not tridents, daggers, and such have disadvantage. And if you don't have a swim speed, yeah, it's gonna be rough. Alright. Okay. It's not gonna end there either. we'll see what plays out as this goes on.
So
Okay.
you know when I joked at the beginning of Euroyun turning us all into dolphins?
Yeah, yeah, that could work. It could be useful right now.
Mass
Okay,
polymorph, we all turn into sharks.
Oh. Okay. In
Yeah.
addition to this has screwed my plans over. You can actually see Whirl is underneath the water, right below you. Because he
Does that
was on the
put
ground.
Does that provoke attacks
the
from
attacks of
the elks?
opportunity from the elks?
Held actions.
Because they're
Oh,
now.
Lord. Let me check. I think it
I
does.
mean, if
but
he's
also I need
now
to read the
visible and in
Yeah.
range,
Yeah, 1 second. He's directly
not-
below you, so token isn't there. I'm just.
Yeah, so he's about to get elk stomped by 8
Yeah.
Okay.
he's going the same way Senrith did.
Oh,
I can
Lord.
imagine that elks aren't meaning to attack, but now they're in water, they're sort of like just kicking.
Or
Yeah.
they would just like stamp their feet again and they all just stamp him on the head.
They were
Yeah.
creating static electricity in their nasty water.
So you can roll with disadvantage for all these elks. Not because they're in water, but also just because of his ghostly-like form.
So,
So 1 second. I'm going to open up the sheet for you. That way you can roll them. 1 second. Actually, you do already have permission, I believe. Oh, it's limited. Okay. There you go. Alright, so just double-click one of the elks, Forrester. And now target Whirl.
It's
Oh
and
my
then
God.
click.
Alt
8
and
times.
click him, yeah.
Yep, that's it. And now you can hold down Control and click Ram 8 times. Or is it? No, it's hooves, isn't it?
It's hooves, yeah.
Yeah,
You want
Oh yeah, go ahead.
come on, come on.
This is
Be-
One.
Oh,
I will
it-
also hang the water
I need you to
spray.
hold. I need you
Hang
to
on,
hold
hang on.
down Control.
Okay, now do it. It's not working.
It doesn't work. Remember, she's got a different keyboard.
Doesn't it? Doesn't. Oh yeah, you're on a Mac.
So you're just gonna have to.
Because what is it?
I'll
It
just
does
have
it.
to take one after another.
How many was that? So that's one. I'm guessing we're not counting that one.
Okay, let's.
Two.
That's 3 so far?
Oh god, you have. Hold on, you have the water elemental targeted.
Well,
Oh,
kill
God.
it. It dies as well.
Hold on.
Give me a moment.
So the second attack hit.
Hold on, just let me talk for a second. Untarget the whirl. Untarget the water elemental. Sorry.
Ow.
Just hold down Alt and then click the water element.
Okay.
So I think you've still got them targeted.
No, I
No,
got
it's
what
all
you
good.
said.
It's all good.
Okay, all right. Okay, try rolling again.
I mean,
That's good. You're only targeting one now.
it doesn't
That's
give
the
me the
third
option
attack.
of doing advantage or anything like that. So
No, normally I have it keybound, but your keyboard's a little bit strange. But what we'll do is we'll take 2 pairs of rolls.
Right.
So 18 and 10 were the first one.
Yeah,
Which
so
is
that's
a miss.
three attacks so far.
Okay.
okay,
And then the second one,
22
Was a
and
hit.
19,
22 and
19.
a 19. So that's a hit. That is it.
24 and a 6.
So
That's a miss then.
it's a miss.
24 and a miss.
Third miss. 4.
13 and an 8 is a miss.
That was 4.
Yep.
That's another
Five.
hit.
7.
Yep.
6.
A miss.
7.
That's a miss. That's a
Eight.
hit.
Oh,
Right.
so that's what you got. 9, 7, 8. So 16, 24 damage.
All that helps.
Nice.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20. Sorry, did you say 24? 27.
24, yeah.
Nice.
And
Did a decent chunk. I mean,
The
yeah,
elk,
I mean, they
yeah.
got put to use at the very least. And although the hooves are slamming down into Whirl, you can see his ghost-like form trying to evade them trying to swirl around in the water. He didn't predict the elements would stab him in the back like this. Yeah, that was eventful. Nice. Okay, good job. Let's go down to Kashkan.
Who got the inspiration?
Ah, yes, that's a good question.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
All right. I think
We all making the same
think-
rolls?
that. No, we're not making the same rolls. I'm just gonna choose. But you can throw in your own vote as well. Scatter was a real thorn in my side, but at least I put it onto Crusher now. So overall, hasn't stopped it from happening.
Subnatic?
I
You
mean,
got 4 people, so
theatrically,
that's-
I'd say us.
Yeah, I mean, because we've scattered the field,
yeah.
we've
Free-
set fire to a water elemental,
Yeah.
we've summoned elks which have just smashed someone in the face, and then we've synaptic static a bunch of them with some cool theatrics.
Yeah. 3 of
They
them
just kind of hit people, used a potion, and used a magic hand, which we got rid of straight away.
Yeah, which got stubbed. Alright, I'll give it to you. You have another point of lucky for the group.
Yeah.
Nice. So we have 2.
And the crowd are cheering. They're like, yeah! Woo! Water elks! Yeah!
Water elks.
Hell.
Okay, let's go down to Kajan now.
Technically, they're electric
I'll
elves,
leave
but
it.
yeah.
What
Oh, yeah.
weapons did you say were allowed in the water?
Okay, so water fighting, it's mostly like tridents, daggers, and I think spears. At least
So-
stand up.
I have 10 daggers.
Yep. And because you're
Yeah.
a monk, they would do your monk damage,
Point
right?
javelin.
Hmm?
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, javelin, dart, stuff like that.
I think he
Yeah.
means his claws.
Claws.
Dagger, javelin.
Oh, the claws.
Claws
Ca-
are disadvantaged, I'm afraid.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. You have to have a swim speed to
That sucks.
Yep. Creatures that do not have a swim speed are not able to use punching with like flat. It's daggers, javelins, short swords, spears, and tridents. Other weapons you can use underwater.
must
So in
have a
that case, I'm just going to boot up well below me.
Okay, so disadvantage. You'd have had disadvantage anyway, purely because
Oops.
he is
Ah,
in ghost
okay.
form.
23.
That's right. I did keep lowest, and he still got 23.
Yeah.
Keep,
He
and he kept
also
lowest
hits-
again, and
Uh,
got another
hit
23.
slosh.
Con save. Oh.
Oh yeah, you are.
that
hitting.
Oh,
Really?
oops. There
But
you go.
the first one hit well. So,
Cool.
Okay.
And con save, please.
Con saves. Okay. Okay. One. We're gonna uncanny dodge the second. No, the first hit on. Yeah, we're uncanny dodging that as a reaction. Let me just take half real quick. Would be 7.
7.
Yeah, you
That's
did
a fail.
13. So you're only doing 7 damage.
Oh, 7
Alright,
damage.
that
Oh,
was
okay.
Even with your
That's
attacks, you're still man.
That's a fail. Fail! My
15, yeah,
DC's 15.
Yeah.
Oh, he's stunned in the water. Oh boy. And so what I'm going to do, if I force movement out of the elk's range, do they get attack of opportunity?
No.
Damn it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
Last attack.
that case, second attack. Back.
Oh no. Yeah, it's a flat roll this time.
Oh, it's a flat roll. Okay.
Yeah, because you stunned him.
Still 19 though.
So
I
it'd be
thought
Guys,
I-
dead, guys.
No worries,
Right,
Gotta
Kirsty.
go.
Good night.
Okay. No, wait.
Bye.
It's still a hit.
Cool.
Okay, 8 points of bludgeoning.
I'm going to do a flurry of blows. That's one. 10.
Yeah, roll flat.
2 more. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. It would have been the 13 anyway.
I think that's a miss.
It is.
All right,
And last one, 22.
that's a hit. Okay, World is looking beaten up. Right, he's just kind of like stunned in the water, floating there like a jellyfish. Or you're just thumping down into the water below you.
And with
Okay.
my movement, I'm going to grab him. And I just want to move to this side with him. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah, of course I can't move him. I move him to like there.
It's the middle of the
Oh
Alps.
my god, yeah, just put him in the
Yes.
middle of the Alps. Oh,
Yes.
never mind, yeah, I'm gonna just leave him there.
Okay. Lord Almighty, this is the worst. All right, Russia. He's gonna pick himself up before he sinks like a rock.
Murder Alps.
In fact, I should give him a strength.
What, to see if he can... Oh, yeah, it's like, it'd be like wearing heavy armor, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Natural
Boy,
20.
nice.
Whoa. For a
Minus-
moment, you think you just
Wait.
fell to the bottom.
Lucky. We could make him re-roll.
Yeah, lucky.
Ah,
No. Lucky
Lucky can be
only
used-
use on an attack roll.
Oh yeah, attack rolls against us technically. Yeah, that's true. We need Damn it! Why don't we have a divination wizard?
A lucky is great if you can use it on your own skill checks and your own saves. Can't use it on the enemy.
Yeah.
It's only,
there is a D. It's only
it's
a
on-
28. Okay.
only 28, just saying.
Still. At first you think that perhaps he had just sunk to the bottom, but somehow a massive column-like hand clenches onto the bridge and heaves himself up out of the water. He is then gonna sprint towards you, Carius,
Yep, of course he is.
and it's gonna hurt. He's got reckless attack,
And
and
he
he's
does have
gonna
a minus D6 on it
Okay.
because it's on hack rolls as well. Synaptic static, right?
Okay. So it would
Ow.
have been
That's
Oh,
gonna
oh,
hit
oh,
regardless.
Yeah, I would hit regardless. Okay. Another one. Oops. Natural 20. Oh
Ooh.
boy. This is when it gets nasty.
Because he-
this is where you make him re-roll it.
Yeah, re-roll. Re-roll.
Reroll that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will re-roll.
Jeez.
That would have been really bad. Let me just
Seriously,
tell
that's his third nat 20.
you, we don't want that.
Yeah.
I was looking
wait,
at my
that's approved.
spells.
No, he's got
So-
savage critical, hasn't he?
Have it.
He's
No,
a
actually-
champion fighter.
He's a champion fighter barbarian, yeah.
Oh god,
Right.
he's one of those.
Let me
Oh.
re-roll. 29. At least it's not a crit.
It's
Okay.
true.
Yes, it is because it's a 19 on the dice.
Yeah,
It's not, because mine is
it's not.
D6.
No, but it's a
Oh,
It
it
was-
is. It's still a crit.
it's a
He's
19
right.
on the dice. The D6 doesn't affect the dice roll; it affects the result after everything's added. It's still a
He's right.
19 on the dice. It's a crit.
He's right. He's
Lucky?
a champion. Champion fighter.
Yeah.
Lucky
Crit on
again?
19.
Do we
I
want to
mean,
look
could-
at
there's
it?
one more lucky.
Fine, lucky again. Why not?
I'm sorry, but that crit's gonna be really bad.
Yeah, because he's a barbarian, which means he gets savage critical or whatever it is.
Alright,
He's
alright. I
also
re-roll one last.
hasted
It's all your luck
and
guns.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Okay. Let me undo the first hit then. Which was that one.
It's a 24.
So you would have been on. God, he's on 38, and you've just got knocked for 8. You're on 30, yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
I'll put
Alright then.
myself onto 30.
Yeah, it's a 24 would have still hit. Alright, Ace. He's got one more attack. Reckless.
Yep.
Okay.
God,
What's that?
hammering you.
Is that
A D6. Oh, 16?
16?
Miss.
Oh, the synaptic static coming in clutch. Let me undo that. Nice. Okay, you're still up. You're badly bruised and beaten up, but man, it's for a moment he's just like head spins and he tries to shake it off. In that moment of hesitation, you quickly duck your head under the water like a whack-a-mole.
Gee.
Ooh, nice. Alright. Why don't you just check what else he got in his inventory? Oh, that's right. I forgot to do the...
You
bonus
forgot the...
action. Okay, D4s first of all.
Yeah,
How many times did I hit? 3?
yeah.
D4.
No,
and when you're-
2, because the third one then missed because we snapped his there.
Yep. 8 points of extra bludgeoning damage from the sheer size that is coming down on top of you.
No.
Oh my god. The crowd are like, we're cheering, and now they kind of gone into like an uneasy silence. They're like, oh, is he still alive under there? Okay. He's gonna end his go, I think. Wait,
Well,
Am I
which
a
had
bird?
Mike.
I was inspired as well, wasn't I? I could turn that D minus D6 up into a. I'm gonna do
Oh
it.
no!
Screw it.
Oh no!
He's gonna use that bardic inspiration up. I think it's a D10 at this level. Yep. So Naptic Static is cancelled out by the power of the bard.
Means I take
meaning-
another 12 damage plus another d4.
Yep. We did.
Oh no!
Oh god. So 2, so it's 14 damage.
Yep.
How are you looking? Like, do you think you're going to be good?
He's
I'm on
on.
8 HP.
Are you? Do you think you'll be good though in terms of your next go?
I don't know,
Yeah.
it depends what the monk does.
Oh no!
You need to shut this down. Crusher is nutty. Okay, let's go on to. Wait, there's still something as a bonus action. Let me just read it. His brooch of many sizes. Oh, let's see. While under the effect of blow, you can use a bonus action to overload the brooch by forcibly twisting the dial beyond its normal limits. When you do so, size changes an additional category, going from large to huge. Yep. This
I
overloads the
forget,
brooch, and it
that-
can't be used again.
does changing his size affect his dex saves at all? Just
No, it doesn't. But that's what you see. As I mentioned earlier, he kind of clenched his chest. Then he kind of reaches in and twists it, and you hear the grinding of stone. And a gem, a brilliant light, beams from it, and he enlarges second time. Yeah, he's a huge creature now. And he's hasted, terrified, sloshes up. And with the only one with a water, with actually a swimming speed, this is his element. Okay.
Yep.
Oh no!
We're going underwater. Emerges himself like drowning. Where do we want to go then? Question. We're gonna have to step of the swim of the wind. Step of the water.
step of the wind.
No, it's step of the wind, but like step of the
Step of
Slosh.
the waves.
Smash the bits.
he said double to 120. Yep, we're doing
Slosh,
that.
Slosh uses splash. It was very effective.
Ooh. Good get. That would be mean. Just I really want to finish you off. Josh swims under the bridge and emerges on the other side, right behind you, Irina, flanking with his watery elemental. We have unarmed strike. Yeah, we do the core stuff as well, but that's advantage. Yeah, we'll do core stuff and then flurry a blow. Wait, can I flurry a blow? Is that bonus action? Step of the wind. Flurry a blow is a bonus action, yeah?
Yeah.
So we can't do that. Alright,
No.
so it's just going to be a single punch. There it is. 17 to hit you, Eirina. 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and your concentration check. What?
Wait. D6.
Yep.
So, 14 hit you?
That's not going to be a hit. Alright. For a moment, it literally does look like they're drunk, but they can like hold their forehead, shaking off some sort of adverse effect. And yeah, you just dodge out of the way in time, Eirina.
Eirina just goes, "Oh, mom!"
Oh my god.
We just get rid of your concentration. Ultra brandishing. Okay, that's gonna end its go. Can't really do much. Irene. Wait, action, extra action. Sorry, I do have an extra attack. My bad. I'm gonna do one more punch. 15 with a minus d6 will make it a miss anyway. Alright, your turn, Irina.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Oh, it's
You have
kind
to-
of scuppered my plans now. So annoying. What deal with these two?
Sorry.
Okay.
You have another brandishing site.
At least you didn't have to use Synaptic Static.
Yeah, but if I use
Also, the
Banshee Smite,
elemental
that's...
is bloodied, technically.
Yeah, no, but...
I think you could banishing smite the monk, he'd just go to a harmless demi-plane.
Interesting question though. Is using the ball like casting the spell conjure elemental? Because if that's the case,
Yeah.
then if you attack the monk, he could lose concentration on the elemental.
To be fair, I need to roll that then.
Yeah, you do for the Synaptic Static.
Yeah.
So, but
Yep,
it won't.
pass.
It won't be at the -6 because of
No, there you go. I have rolled 20. 30, 20.
30/20. But
Yeah.
that is a possibility if he fails.
He'd have a minus a d6 on that 20 though.
He would know,
Is it?
but not
Yeah,
when
you
he.
would know.
Well, but wasn't that for the synaptic static damage? So the effect. Actually, I don't know.
I think the effect is afterwards.
Even with a
Yeah.
-6, it's still a pass.
Yeah.
Go. What's it gonna be, Irina?
See, my idea was to deal with the big guy so he was out of the way, but now you guys have buggered this up.
I mean,
How
he is
about-
the biggest threat.
He is the
100%
biggest
the
threat,
biggest
which
threat.
is why I wanted to get rid of him. Or at least put him out of
I could
action.
probably.
Okay,
I could
in
probably
which
do that.
case, let's go 4. Yeah, we're just
Possibly.
gonna... Alright. Bonus action, Hexblade's Curse the Monk.
Oh,
And then I'm taking 2 swings at him with Candlewick. So Candlewick is literally going
Okay.
to go wrap around him, almost like a cocoon, and sort of spiral up, come back down into the blade, and she's just going to swing at him.
right.
So I'm just going to... So that's that. And where are we, Candlewick?
James,
One-
camera.
What about my cam? It's my cam.
It's
Yeah,
turned
it
off.
went off for some reason.
Oh,
That's a
that
good
shouldn't have
solid
hit.
hit.
Oh, that was
Yeah, it shouldn't have
well.
hit well though. It's because I've still got it clicked on from
Okay.
Yoru.
And the crane.
What
That's
number was
right, I've
it?
undone the damage.
It was control, yeah? Or alt?
Oh.
And
Okay, so
then,
you did 10 points of damage.
and then second. And it should not have hit well. I didn't unclick him, obviously.
Okay, random.
Oops.
17 is barely a miss.
But one did hit, so another con save.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Is it? Because it's also minus a d6. So it's
10.
10.
Awesome.
Oh,
One lower.
Go in.
Close.
Go
Alright.
in.
Do you have anything to add, Irina? Otherwise, 17
What
is
am I-
just barely a
everyone was
miss.
talking at once. I didn't get any of that. What was that?
Okay, so that's a miss on Slosh. And I think
Yes.
also, just to clarify, what is Candlewick? Is he a short sword?
No, he's like a rapier, isn't he? Because he's a flamberge. He's long and thin. Stabby, stabby.
Okay. Rapiers do have disadvantage in the water.
Okay.
So the
So
first
then
attack
the
would have
first one
been.
misses then, and then
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to re-roll. Nope. I mean,
Match 1.
do you know what? I'm going to use my
Oh,
inspiration. And I'm going to re-roll.
Okay, roll another. Yeah, roll again. That will make it a hit. Oh god.
Nice.
Jeez.
And
plus-
that's a crit for you.
Yeah, 19.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Hexblade Curse.
And he also takes
Oh.
an extra 5
Yeah.
points of damage for every hit that he takes from me. 'Cause I get to add my proficiency. So it's whatever damage. How many did hit? Just the one hit, isn't it? 'Cause the first one was a miss.
One.
So that's 15, and whatever crit damage happens.
Okay. You should be able to see a little button called Damage Fast in the chat.
Yeah.
Click that. There you go. You got well selected there. An extra. Have a look. An extra 4 points of damage. I feel like you've hit him like 50 billion times, and its HP is updated in the strangest way.
And
That's a
he takes
6,
one
isn't it?
charge.
Yes, he does. Okay.
And a con save,
34,
I think.
14, down to 20, plus 5. I rolled the con save already.
Was it only
How
one
much
hit?
damage did you do that turn? Was it 10 plus?
It was 10 plus my proficiency, because
Oh,
he's
nice.
Hexblade cursed. So that's
Mhm.
15 plus the 6 from bonus.
And 19?
Not...
21.
Yes, 19.
It's 21.
Was it 21? Was it 21?
Yeah, 15 plus 6 is 21.
I was correct then. I think. No. It's not plus
Wait.
6, it's plus 4.
Why does it say 6 then?
Because
Because
that's.
it added the +2.
Ah, okay, is it no plus 2? Okay.
Wait. No, yeah, that's not a plus. So.
So
It's
that's
19.
19 damage.
Yeah.
It
So
is 19 damage.
yeah.
Cool. Alright. Jeez.
Have you put the charge on him?
Yeah, I have actually. So.
Curious.
They're looking bad. After you slice up the side of the head, there's like this big bloody patch on the side of the head where you just burn them.
There is as well. There's
Okay.
actually is on his token.
Yeah, there is. In fact, Carius is looking bloody, doesn't he? Flash him
Yeah.
a bit. Coughing up blood. Wall is like looking bloodied. Patch him up. And Kashan's pretty bloody too.
Fine, Yurine has
jeez.
healing spells.
Okay. Yuriyun has amazing healing spells. Get ready. Coming.
Alright.
Carius, though, you're up.
But so does
Right.
Carriers.
So I don't have amazing healing spells. I just need to check.
Give yourself
something.
enough to get by.
No, I shouldn't need to if this works. So I'm gonna, assuming this works, I've got a couple of options. Let's go for option 1. I'm just going to try to shocking grasp it.
17 to hit. That is a hit. You have advantage as well, by the way.
Okay, I will
Is it
roll
reckless?
again.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, it's reckless. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he reckless.
Yeah, and that would be a touch tech, so it wouldn't be affected by
No.
the other thing. So I will roll again just in case
Yeah.
it hits. Oh, it's being correct, but so 13 damage.
It is a 13. Alright.
Right, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to do something a little weird and something I haven't done in a while.
Is it
going
scatter
to-
again?
No,
It's scatter again, isn't it?
no. I'm going to quicken a spell. I'm going to quicken alter self to give myself a swim speed.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
gills.
And everything. So
Gills and webs.
1,
Sure.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm swimming away.
Are you swimming across or are you swimming down as well, an angle?
I'll swim down at an angle.
Okay. You can go
So-
down. How much do you want to go down by?
Let's just say 15 for now.
15 it is. I'll move you one less square,
Yeah.
and you've gone down 50. All right.
Yep. And then
That gonna end your go, I think.
yeah, I'm just checking something because I've got.
Looks like there's blood in the water, folks. Carius escaping by a scale. Okay. The crane elemental.
So when it's
Need to see if it recharges its whelm ability. Nope. Okay, so it is just going to instead make 2 slam attacks against you. And it doesn't do so with disadvantage because it is in water. Yeah. 19 to hit you. Yep, that's 11 points of bludgeoning to Eirina. And then a second slam. 18 to hit you. Another 13 points of bludgeoning. This thing starts wailing down on you. But Slosh is looking bad. This thing, if you manage to knock out Slosh, you might take out the elemental with it. Okay. That is its turn though. After it's buffeted you. Gonna go to Whirl, who is in serious trouble right here. Do not
He's
want. Do not
stunned.
like. He's stunned. Oh,
He is stunned.
oh. That's the worst. Okay, Yuriun. Oh. Looks like people need some healing. And they have max cure wounds.
I desperately need healing.
Yeah. There is.
Point.
There's.
Problem is 30-foot radius. So they would have to kind of go to here. Nope, to here. They would have to jump in the water.
Yeah.
They would actually have to jump in and maybe get you, Sean. Get
As long
Eirina.
as he gets Kashan and Carius, we're good.
Okay, then we can pull that off. Yuriun will dive into the water after you guys and let loose a torrent of healing magic. That at first looks very scary as a lightning bolt streaks towards you in the water, but as it hits, it suddenly turns it into divine energy. What?
Nice.
Okay. Let me just you and pop that.
Hmm.
Okay, it is 3d8 plus spellcasting modifier. Here it comes. 3d8. Just thinking, actually. Could even upcast it to 6th level,
You could.
just for an extra boost.
How many
Good
stake
boy.
level slots does he have?
1.
Because heal might come in handy for
That's
Wow.
true, but you could always use heal at
Do it at
7th
5th level.
level.
True.
Tell you what then, I'll do this. You know what? I'm making the executive decision to pump as much healing as possible. We're going to spend the 7th level and go for 5d8 worth of
Gee.
healing. Yep, because it's looking clutch. Like you need a real big bump, so it's going to be as big as possible. Plus 5. Both of you heal for 27.
I'll take that.
Whew.
So a lot going on
Nice.
screen right now.
Okay, that's it. That's the actions. And okay, Yuriun's out over. Oh, they can go to town on a
Yep.
stunned wall.
Yes, they will.
They are flat
Yeah.
rolls because they are still underwater,
Right.
and they're still in a ghost-like form.
I'll get
So go
ready.
ahead.
Yeah.
Let's
Flat
see,
roll.
let's-
Flat rolls.
Yep. 8
Yeah.
attacks.
One.
What?
Oh, that's
Oh, sorry,
talking.
I
Okay,
spelled the
Slosh,
wrong.
no.
No.
Sorry, it's because I've got both character sheets up.
It's okay.
But that would have hit, right? 90.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, that's. I'll do the counting again just to save.
Why won't it let me do it?
This is gonna be a stampede.
It
I
is.
couldn't have.
Why did he just heal 23?
You'll see.
Ah,
Natural one. Okay. Elk's just splish splashing around. 13 is also a miss. 24 is a hit.
How many is that? I've lost count. Hold on.
Four.
1, 2, 3, 4,
oh,
5,
Oh, crit hit.
Oh no!
6,
30 plus,
7,
plus 7.
8.
I assume 18 hits, right?
An 18.
Does 18 hit?
Hold on. Doing the what calculation? An 18 is a hit.
Okay, that's the calculation. 8, 7, 13, 7, 7. So
Fuck.
you get 20, 28, 35, 42.
Stompy, stompy. All hail
42.
God.
Wow.
42 stomps.
Wow. Elks are
The elks-
ridiculous, man.
Hummel while in the water. He is helpless in a stunned state, just floating there while he like doosh, 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 knocked around. It is a bloody mess at the end of the end of the last tooth. He doesn't look like he's breathing. But then again, he was holding his breath because he had an urgency. But that's gonna end the elk's go after a brutalizing round.
Wow.
That's what Chester's saying too. He's just like, "Ooh, medic, on standby, please." Looks like Wall's gonna need an evacuation in about 3 seconds, I reckon. Unless Salt, you have something to say about that. Oh God, she needs to get him up
At what point did he go down?
after the last 2
I
hits.
thought-
So he's on 2 death saves.
He's on 2 death saves. Because
Yeah,
each one's a crit as well once they're down.
They are. That's why they're 2 death saves.
Jeez, so that last one put into 2 death saves.
That's right. Yeah.
Mad.
Correct. Okay, Irina's gonna swim over. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, in range for a what?
80 feet.
80 feet.
80 feet. Not in range, is it? It's not in range, is it?
Oh, shush you. We have something else I can use.
Don't use his
Okay.
cry.
No, we'll just have to place another template. Obviously, Healing Word ain't gonna cut it. So, taking a page out of Yuriyun's book, she is also gonna cast. God no. Let me get rid of that.
Okay.
It is a Mass Cure Wound.
Then I am going to cast Counter Spell at
Oh.
5th level.
Oh.
5th level.
Yep.
Wow.
I'll counter spell and try to counter it.
Yep. What level you using though?
Third.
Standard.
Okay. Because remember, you've got a DC.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's rough.
That is rough. That's 2 wasted spell slots as well, right there.
Yep. I mean, it was a 5th level slot, but I don't use my 5th a lot, so.
That was a good counter spell.
Countered the healing. That is rough.
I've had a
Very
DM
low, to be fair.
Salt just scowls in your direction, Carius.
Carius just gives
A
a
bit salty
Carius
now.
from under the water just gives a little mock salute.
Alright, fire then. Get in there! Cauterize his wounds.
It's a whiskey.
Don't think there ain't just 2 healers. There isn't just 1 healer on the group.
65
They're
feet.
champions for a reason, goddammit. Okay. In this case,
65 feet.
that spell.
Nah, but there's a reason I wanted to try to trigger her counter spell again.
Just waste the spells.
No, because now there's 3 of them next to each other again.
Oh.
And she can't counter.
I'm gonna back away slowly.
6. That's 6 movement. And from where I'm looking,
65 feet. 65 feet
yeah,
to
I'll
whirl.
have to use the Mass Cure Wounds, and I guess.
And he's also down like 5 feet. I don't know how much that'll make a
Yeah,
difference with
He's only down 5. That
Yep.
doesn't account for anything. In
Yeah.
terms of if you want to use Pythagoras theorem, it's like a foot.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
Okay, so in that case, can't use what I was going to use, which would have been a way bigger pump. So we're going to have to use Mass Cure Wind.
Can't do
wait,
anything about that, sadly.
we got featured? Oh, companion. Oh, that. No, that's an action. Waterizing Flames, here we go. The only ability to turn death into magical flames, heal or incinerate.
Are you thinking what
Oh,
I'm
you need-
Hmm, that's a bit of short range as well. Screw it.
Also, don't you need your wildfire spirit out for that?
Guess so. Anyway, she's not doing that this turn. She's going to use Mass Heal Wounds. And she's going to place it right here. So 30 foot to him and 30 foot to water to Crusher. And that's even 30 foot to the Elemental as well.
Yeah. But
So that's going
fine.
to slap down. He's going to cast it at 5th level. Which is 3d8 plus. Oh my god, that roll! Like the worst roll. Okay, plus 5 though, so 10. Serious? That was pitiful. It seems as though fiery magic has been somewhat suffocated by the waters.
I just realised I could get really screwed under the water. I'm hoping it stays watery.
Right, what happened to the
Yeah.
elemental?
The elemental got an extra hit.
It's disappeared on our screen.
Yeah, it's
Really?
disappeared.
I can
Yeah,
still
it's
see
gone.
it. Still
Strange.
has me.
Oh no, I might have actually. No, you're right. I might have actually deleted it somehow. Screw it. Order.
The
Elemental.
fiery energy was too much for the water elemental, and rather than healing it, it actually was triggered. The flames of encounter wick, and so it evaporated.
Is it there now?
Yeah.
Depends where you're moving it.
There's now
Yeah, yeah.
2 on my screen.
All right. That's fine. It's on the top of the same space. All right, that was a really low heal, but that's all I can do. That was this. That was all kinds of this. That's my go. Music. All right. Okay.
Kind of.
Llewellyn.
Right. There's 2 ways I could do this. I could go the passive route, or I could go the aggressive route.
When have you ever done the passive route?
I guess. Yeah, I'll. How much distance do I need to get to? It doesn't even tell me how 100. Yeah, no, I can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna. Ah, that's not movement. Take my self back as far as I can go, just for distance, and I am. Wait, she's already used her reaction, hasn't she?
Yep.
Can druids get a counter spell?
Not normally.
I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna hold chain lightning until he comes Crusher comes forwards by 5 feet. That's all I need.
Okay.
Assuming he's gonna charge forward because
Eirina's coming forward. All right, holding your action. At the
It's-
bottom of initiative, it is time to whirl these waters. I'm gonna have this time. Good. I think Irina's second on the initiative. Yeah. Yeah. On the top tab, the roll table, click the journal entries, and under there you'll find Malcolm's roll table. I'd like you to roll on that table.
You're very muffled. What was that?
So if you go to the roll tables, which
Yeah, I've got
is
that.
then click Maelstrom.
Yep.
Maelstrom.
and then
And then
click
roll.
roll.
Actually, before this happens, I was gonna say I actually want to go to here, down here, instead.
Okay, well, that's not going to really matter much
No,
because we're changing from water to earth.
I know, and I'm trying to picture in my head how it's gonna change and like where I need to be stood.
Yeah, I'm terrified because I'm like 15 foot down. I forgot about
Yeah.
this stage.
Yeah. All right. Earth it is. I didn't expect it to go water, earth. If I'm completely honest. That's fine. I would like everyone to roll me a strength saving throw
Strength saving throw.
No,
Yup.
you.
because you're about to get swept.
Oh, nat 20.
Someone's pulled the plug, and the water is draining.
Ooh, can I roll the lucky on that?
We used the luckies.
Oh,
Haven't
I
yet
had to
done-
use both of them in order to survive him because he
Yeah.
managed to crit, then re-roll into a crit.
Can he not get advantage because the elks are kind of like barriers? Where's he gonna go?
I'll say if the elks can make it, then Sean can.
There we go.
You've got a lot of
Cool.
elks. There's very likely that one of the elks can make it. Okay, one of the elks is flooding in.
How many?
Oh
have I
no,
got?
it's all
Am I
going
rolling
blood.
them individually?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see them scattered.
Oh no.
Okay, one of them passes. So that one can hold on to Kashan if he wants.
4,
yeah.
5,
2 passes.
Oh, you don't know. Oh, yeah.
6,
3 passes, I think. 16.
7, 8.
Jeez, that's pretty good. 2. So 4 maybe. So half of them. If that 16's a pass.
It's
To be fair, the
actually a
ones
low
that fail,
DC,
I
by
can
the
see
way.
them like enjoying it, just like.
Only DC 13.
Oh, is
Yes,
it?
I made it.
Yeah.
Still only 4.
Okay. That. Yeah. So only how many of the elks?
4.
4 of the elks made it.
But that's
But
good.
their monk also has to make it because he's in
Yep.
the water, right? And he gets,
They are.
as does
They
their
do have a
water elemental.
I'm gonna say that Karis, you would have also had advantage because you have a swim speed.
Yeah,
You
well,
made it.
I
regardless.
passed.
It's all good. Okay. Strength save for them with advantage. Okay, they make it. Water
And
elemental
with the minus
likewise,
d6s, can I?
likewise advantage.
Oh wait, they don't have them. We'll do that.
He's not going to
together.
step forward, is he? Because of the elks now.
Well, why would I want to fight the elks? Anyway, the water elemental makes it higher. Was on the ground, so they're okay, and so was Irina. The water's only draining out of the places where
What about Whirl?
Well is unconscious. So wait, no, they're conscious. Hold
And they were, but they're still stunned.
on. They are stunned into the end of the charm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, they're getting pushed away.
Do
They are
the
phased. They are phased. They can actually pass through solid objects. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to say they move anywhere. I mean, it's harder to say. They're not affected by like terrain.
Would he still be phased after being knocked unconscious?
I tried to find out, and it says you can stay in the form for 10 minutes or until you end it as a bonus action. It doesn't say if you go unconscious, you lose it.
Really?
Is it
That's
concentration though?
No, it's not.
So wait. So technically, World could die as forever untouchable.
Yeah. Doesn't say they lose it if they go unconscious. So, and because they're not affected by terrain, I'm going to say that the water draining doesn't pull their body, kind of in this ghostly mist, as the water swirls and sucks in around them.
Interesting.
Okay. That is after that's finished and the water's drained away, we're going to replace it with.
And then back to the original.
It looks like the original, except there is a big old drain in the middle, you can see the water's all poured through, and then suddenly you feel the rumbling of earth.
Oh no.
Great tremors and fissures begin to spike open, and boulders shoot upwards. You're gonna get rid of this, rid of that, rid of this, and bring in the earth terrain. All right. Okay.
Oh, I have the high ground.
So do I.
You do. Yes. Does appear to be an elevation pulling you out of reach of the monk.
Ah, this is bad.
Some of the elks are all standing. They look more like
Then
mountain
again,
goats now.
he's got the elks in the way, so
So
Yeah.
anywhere there's rocks, obviously that's blocking line of sight and such.
Unless you have the high ground.
Yes, and of course, if you've got the high ground, you've got the high ground. All right, that's going to end the initiative count 20, or rather, top of the round.
Yeah.
Sean is up.
I'm just thinking, Chris, time-wise, would that be a good time to call it for tonight?
No.
Yeah, looking at the battle, we still have a long way to go.
No.
I know, but it's a lot of HP to get through, especially on Crusher. He is raging, and he's taking half from bludgeoning and such. So you're going to need the spellcasters to get busy on it.
Yeah.
Trying. We're trying.
You tried. Some of the elks got washed away. What did Uriun get? I just need to make sure they make their save. Strength save. Oops. Okay, Uriun's being pulled into range of Crusher. That couldn't have been better for me, because it just pulled everything towards him, and he's like, ha ha ha. Alright, but I think you're right. At the 20-minute, the 40-minute mark, we're going to have to... Chester calls, alright, everyone, we're calling for a little break here. Feel free to get biscuits and beverages. We'll resume the fight in about 10 minutes, okay? In other words, 1 week. But
I like to imagine the whole arena just becomes time stopped.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, time stop. Thank you.
Eric
All
just
right.
kind of walks out and is like, I'm going to pause this.
Yeah, we shall resume battle. Don't worry. In round 2, when the bell sounds, we'll continue this foray. Till then, thank you very much for watching, my lovely audience. Please make sure to get some snacks. All payments will be forwarded to Chadner and the marvelous hotel of the 5-star Chiaster Inn. Till then,
Yeah, starting.
that's one.
And for those who like to tune into alternate stations of the Witch Hunters on Sunday, that will not be on this week.
Right, so taking a break from the Witch Hunters, but we'll be back with Roll for Story on Friday. Till then, see you later. Bye.
TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Right.
Bye.